Throw your sticks and your stones, go break all of my bones. You won't ache my soul, you can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can tear away. Shoot me down, but fire away, away. But I'm a heavyweight, I'm a heavyweight, I'm a heavyweight. Push me down to the ground. What goes around comes around. You won't put the flame out, you can't get to me. Say what you wanna say, go take it all away. But I'm here to stay, no you can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can tear away. Shoot me down, but fire away, away. But I'm a heavyweight, I'm a heavyweight, I'm a heavyweight, I'm a heavyweight.
There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits, you can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been finding ways to get away, to see you again, see you again. We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken. I know I'm not always strong, and I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see
must never stop the way, yeah. Birds chirping and I hear my name, grasping into a life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah, light is gonna come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah, I'm coming home. Force me now, awakening is clear. I could show you how. I could show you how to fight them. I could show you how to defeat them now.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And we may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. 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 I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. Oh, clear my head. I just need to clear my head.
Hello everyone, welcome to the upper bracket, winners bracket finals of the Sunday Cup. We are just going to be sort of looking to get into the lobby soon. I have with me my lovely co-caster for the time being, Zed, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
What's up? What's up? You did a lovely job of introducing me, so I don't think I need to do
We're
that.
sorted then. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're looking at what are the two tournament favourites right now, playing in sort of like this upper final. How do you expect this one to go? Because these teams right up until this point are like just completely undefeated, both in their groups and in the bracket. So one of these teams have got to lose today. Do you have a prediction before the game kicks off?
I think it might be. It's still best of
It
three,
is still
right?
best of three. Grand finals, best of five.
Okay. I think it'll be 2-1 CBS. I think CBS will win the first game. Krusty Crew will win the second game because CBS do some weird draft. And then game 3, CBS will win with a long, drawn out 50-minute
I
bang.
love these 50-minute bangers. We're getting a lot of them recently. Much to the detriment of the voices of the casters.
Yeah, I think the position to watch here is top lane, and then most likely bot lane. So top lane for CBS there. See if Yasuo Zero can get a lead on Ugly Man Thing, and also it's up to Krusty Krew's bot lane and jungler to try and get them ahead and snowball the game from there.
Yeah, and obviously the loser of this will drop into the losers bracket, where they will be playing Lost to Boris, and then the winner of that will go on to the grand finals to face the winner of this match. Because I believe Lost to Boris have already beaten Support Diff, haven't they? Yeah, they have. It was 2-0 for Lost to Boris, so loser of this one.
Yeah, Boris are in their fucking playoff mode
They are
right
indeed.
now.
They've had a really good run this tournament. Loser of this one will play Lost to Boris, and then winner of that will go on to the grand final with the winner for this game. So decent amount of stakes in this. It just means that you're not going to be facing what is essentially the dark horse of the tournament in Lost to Boris in the lower bracket and possibly face elimination. So important win here today, and obviously it secures their place for the grand final one game earlier. Locks them in.
Yep,
At the very least, it guarantees them second place.
All right.
Just a little bit of an update. We do have audio issues on the mid laner of CBS, Lipsycat, but we will hopefully be getting into the drafting soon. What kind of drafts are you expecting to come out of here? Because we know that Krusty Crew are often playing like kind of standard with their own, I don't know, niche picks, their own pocket picks that they sort of like find comfort on. But generally they play quite meta, and CBS will essentially just play whatever they really want, whatever they find good at the time. Not necessarily meta at the time, but
I think Maokai will be prio, either banned or picked on the side of Krusty Crew. Maokai's still just mega busted, just loads of CC, just objective control zoning, that kind of stuff. And then for the mid laner for CBS, some kind of scaling, some easy lane that can just kind of survive the laning phase against Benboy and just pop off in the end there. Yep. That's my, as I'm speaking, Vagar ban from Krusty Crew and Maokai first ban from CBS.
yeah, I think Vagar ban was expected. I feel like Benboy could probably play some decent picks into Vagar, but just take it away from Lipsycat, make sure he's not on that comfort pick, because he's done a lot of good things on Vagar this tournament.
Yep. And then we see two top lane picks banned away from the Yasuo Zero, and a Swain and Acel ban for Benboy there for Krusty Crew.
I'm actually kind of surprised to see the Aurelion Soul banned by by CBS, because I know that Yasuo likes to bring that out in the top lane when he's able to get a free lane.
Yeah, I'm thinking a Talia pick. They're probably going to pick away the Talia. I've seen Lipsy play it quite a bit, and it would take away maybe Benboy's third most comfortable pick.
I think a decent thing that they could actually do is just sort of give over that Talia and then just see if they can sort of like control the roaming. You kind of have to organise around it, but being able to sort of shut down the roaming power of the Talia, either with a mid laner that has a lot of push, can roam themselves. Something like the Rise is something that we used to see as an answer, but I don't know if Lipsy plays that. Or what you could also do is just sort of go, okay, let him roam, we'll just pick something for the team fights, something that's more effective in the team fights than the Talia. So, could look to have a trade-off. The Talia, like you said, is open. Just see if anything comes
Bro
through.
first pick, Ezreal picked here, and it's Shogath. Now, Insanity Wolf plays a lot of Cho'Gath, so I think that might be a Cho'Gath jungle.
Yeah, I don't expect to see that in the top lane either. I think it will be a Cho'Gath jungle. It might still throw Krusty Crew off, but I'm pretty sure they would have done their preparation for this. They will know that it's going in the jungle. Just see what they counter with.
Yeah, Rel first pick as well. Let's see if they might just pick Ash here. That's the kind of combo that they like going, Rel, Ash.
One thing that I really like with Ash, with Rel, as the Ash does get locked in, is I would have actually preferred to see a Misfortune here. I think that combo is incredibly deadly for the team fighting.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Ash, incredibly powerful pick right now. Very meta, very strong. I think she's probably the best AD carry right now with the new Triforce build that she goes.
And there's the Mordekaiser picked for the Mordekaiser OTP, an ugly man thing.
Yeah, strong pick. Also enables you to start looking for these more AD heavy like mid jungles. But see what sort of like gets rounded out here. It could just be the top counter pick here. Was it going to be the Cal? Yeah.
There's the Kale. He's just thinking, I'm a scale up here.
Realistically,
and then once they hit level 11, once they hit level 16.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for a Mordekaiser to shut down a Kale. He doesn't have that same kind of gap close like a lot of other top lane bruisers do. So it's essentially a free lane for the Kale as long as she doesn't get caught. Should be easy scaling up to that sort of level 6 area. It's just very easy to kite the Mordekaiser.
Yep, and since mid lane wasn't picked, they're going to close out on the Krusty Crew mid pool here.
What do you expect to see from Krusty Crew in terms of like their bans right now? What do you reckon they're going to go ahead and target? Because I think out of CBS it's going to be 2 mid bans.
Ooh, some other supports. Yeah, Nautilus.
I'm not too keen on the Naut ban here because Nautilus doesn't work with Ezreal.
Yeah, me neither. I think they're just trying to play passive bot lane, just kind of farm up, go even.
I mean, the best thing that you can do against a Rel Ash is just sort of like take range and disengage. Ezreal could disengage himself from the Rel. It's going to force Rel's flash out to kind of close that distance on Ezreal. I think the best thing that you could realistically do here is just take something like a Karma and play at range.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like a Morgana ban, most likely.
What, Morgana ban out of...
That would kind of cuck Mordekaiser. Yeah. It would cuck Mordekaiser plus the engage and ult from that.
Blitzcrank ban. Okay, that's surprising. I really like playing Rel into Blitzcrank. It gives you a free gap close. But, yeah, a bit surprising there. I would have liked to see some Enchanter bans taken away, because it is just going to... Yeah, it's just going to be the... Oh, no, wait, it's going to be a disconnect, actually. So it was going to be the Janna, probably locked in there.
What are they going to say? Cancels DC'd.
Yeah, it's just the AD carry from Krusty Crew has actually just DC'd out the lobby there. Unfortunately, we're just going to have a rerun of the draft. Should get it set back up soon. Just going to double check and make sure that my settings are actually running as intended. It wouldn't be a Sunday Cup game with at least one client bug or one DC. Or a pause.
Yeah, Visitor, is your refrigerator running?
Let me check. Let me just... make sure it's all good. Everything should just be okay for them to rerun the draft. Let me just make sure they know exactly what they need to be picking in order.
I don't want any shenanigans here.
No shenanigans whatsoever.
No shenanigans allowed.
So yeah, what do you think on the draft so far? If you do need to see it, I am just going to post it into EA.
I think I remember.
Discussions.
My short-term memory isn't as bad as a goldfish's.
And mine is.
I mean, I like that they get the comfort in the bot lane duo for Krusty Crew with the Ashe. He played a lot of Ashe. Rel is also quite new champ after the scope, the mid whatever, the mid rework type thing. And then also the Mordekaiser just for comfort pick top lane. I do feel like though, as of right now, CBS probably have the better draft. They pretty much got what they wanted. They get a Kale that goes into an even / like winning lane, an Ezreal plus if the Janna goes through, which I think they're gonna pick Janna.
Yeah.
An Ezreal Janna, which is really good to kind of counter the engage / playmaking that could happen outside. And then also, what was the last pick again? For
which side? Sorry. Because it was
for CBS.
CBS had.
What was the third pick?
They just had the Kale as well as the Janna locked.
Oh, Cho'Gath.
Oh, yeah, Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath was picked second.
Right. Yeah, and then the Cho'Gath, that's also... Well, I mean, that's just more like a farming... I don't know exactly what the Cho'Gath... I didn't pay much attention when I played with Akka. But I think it's a good thing for objectives where he just has an extra smite on his Archie, and it's also just burst damage when he goes for any ganks or any catches
I think
on
one
them.
of the more underrated things about Cho'Gath is just the ability to follow up on CC. I would like to see something that can start a fight here in the mid lane, because right now CBS are kind of lacking the tools.
Yeah.
It's on Krusty Crew to actually start the fight, them to disengage it or re-engage it as they please. So I would like to see some form of engage here in the mid lane, or at least pick potential where the Cho'Gath can follow up with his Q. I think it makes the CC change a lot more deadly. Just makes the comp overall more deadly, generally. Hopefully he's just getting in.
I don't know. What I'm thinking we're going to see mid lane is probably like a Seraphine or...
I think
What's League got banned? Seraphine
I was
or an
about to
Ari,
say,
maybe?
I like the Ari in this comp, because as long as you hit the charm or the knock up, you can just sort of like follow that with the CC.
They are quite AP heavy, though, depending on what the Kayle will build.
The Z mid is what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Just hoping that draft actually starts to rerun as it was. I think everything should update okay on stream. It should just replace the champions as they come through. I'll just keep an eye on that. It's just they just go ahead and rerun the draft.
Rhaegar, Maokai, yep, everything's going as it should.
So yeah, speaking on to swapping over from what CBS should be picking, looking at that support, we did see the Janna Hovered. I would expect to see it locked in. I would also like to see it. It just does so much damage to a rel. The other thing that I like to see in this kind of composition, just for the added engage as well as the counter to rel, would be a Fresh. I think Fresh is a really good pick in this scenario. I might prefer it to the Janna, but it depend on what their mid lane pick is, really. Really good at just sort of like keeping rel out of her engages, creates more pressure in the lane than what the Janna does. Also gives you more pick potential in CC. Less disengage and survivability, but it depends what they want to sort of go forward with. But on the side of Krusty Crew, what would you like to see to round out their composition? Because they still haven't locked in either their jungler or their mid lane.
Ooh, for the jungler, well, we saw right before Cancels disconnected, it was a Jarvan ban. So for jungle, I don't know, something that can kind of set up ganks and, you know, kind of run the early game. Maybe use the prio that bot lane will most likely get from Krusty Crew and just kind of convert to early dragons.
There is also the idea, even if you're just not going for this heavy sort of like ganking style on Krusty Crew, the other thing that you could actually do is just lock something like the Graves, or you could take what's the other one, Kindred, and just farm up a Storm and farm towards that late game, just because Cho'Gath isn't going to be pressuring you in your jungle early.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be the
Kai'Sa mid.
Oh, it's a rel. Okay, it's a rel jungle.
Rel jungle. Okay, I like that. Yeah, normally they'd play Ashe Melios. I was wondering why they would pick Rel. It kind of makes sense now. It's going to be a Rel jungle for that engage, and then Melio Ashe bot lane.
Kai'Sa in the mid lane there, going the AP Kai'Sa. Okay, so they have flexed on us a little bit here with Krusty Crew, bringing out some some picks that we weren't expecting. Definitely was expecting to see that Rel down in the bot lane, but Rel jungle obviously got a lot of buffs. And
yep, and we see a Malzahar getting picked here for Lipsy.
I mean, I quite like this. Malzahar is one of those picks where you can just sort of like drop the
drop the
drop in the what's the E ability called? I know everyone just calls it like Malzahar's aids, but
aids.
You can basically just sort of like drop your abilities on the wave, push it in, and be completely uninteractive with Benboy, and then you can then just sort of like look to either support your jungler or just, you know, go into Fog of War and just threaten those side lanes, even if you don't have that much roaming power on Malzahar. Just going out into the Fog of War and just having the team just go, look, Malzahar's missing off of every single wave. You do need to be careful of that.
Yeah.
Can create a lot of pressure. But yeah, what's
yeah, and it does also mean that Kai'Sa will kind of have an even lane, a free farm lane, so to speak, at least until level 6 if Cho'Gath can gank with some Malzahar setup.
Yeah, the one thing that worries me is that there's no CC really in any of CBS's lanes, so Cho'Gath is going to have to do all of the work in these ganks. So Kale's not going to offer any CC setup. Malzahar until level 6 isn't going to offer anything, and then obviously Janna and Ezreal, unless you hit a tornado, you don't really have any hard engage or CC there. So it's just going to be up to Inzonity Wolf to find these ganks when he does go for them. On the side of CC, however, You've got Ash Melio does have sort of like the slows, but it's not too much of a hard CC. You've got the pullback on Mordekaiser, but Rel herself is really good at setting up these ganks with the massive gap close that she has.
She is all the gank setup and CC you need for any lane.
Unless Nautilus. I'd argue Nautilus is probably the best ganker in the game right now.
Yeah.
That champion is absolutely insane.
Yep, Nautilus is crazy.
I do prefer him on the support, but hey, if it works, it works.
I prefer mid
The
lane.
mid lane Nautilus. If you had an ideal team comp, if you could just pick one out of mid-air, what would you do?
It'd be Nautilus mid. I don't know.
Pike
actually.
top.
Depends on what I
Fresh
want to
AD
go.
carry.
It'd be like Nico mid, Maokai jungle, something like Jax top or Renekton top or some shit, and then like Ash Milio or Kaizen Nautilus bot lane or some shit.
While we're waiting on this, did you see the recent Fnatic game with versus SK?
No, I saw some of it
So
though.
the drafts annoyed the hell out of me, specifically because I'm seeing not enough Ornn picked in the top lane. I just need more Ornn. I need teams to start picking Ornn. The other thing that
Ornn is still very, very
the
good.
one thing that also annoys me a lot whenever I see it in games is when people are just picking like Xayah Rakan, and even though they are a versatile duo,
Oh yeah, but if they blind it, it's like they're just setting themselves up.
yeah,
for failure.
I hate seeing it blinded. Because the one thing that you can always do is you can just sort of like counter it with a poke comp, and then it just makes the Xayah absolutely useless. One of the things that is an absolute misery to play against is either the Caitlyn Lux, even though it's fallen off a bit, or something like a Varus Karma is really strong, and it just means that the Xayah can never do anything throughout the entire lane phase. Neither can Rakan really. So yeah, seeing that blinded too often is not too
Yeah,
fun.
it hurts. Hurts
It
right in the
does
heart.
Moving real quick on to the bot lanes that we actually have here in this game is the Ash Melio is obviously an incredibly strong combo right now. It's dependent on whether Ash or Ash can get in range to actually sort of like lay these auto attacks down.
Yeah, or if Ezreal or Janna overstep.
Yeah, I think it's down on Ezreal or Janna to make the
we can
mistake to lose this lane. Otherwise, it's going to be like relatively even. Ash Melio will have the control of the lane, but
I'm interested to see what the summoners Ezreal will go here. It would just be like a heal or exhaust, maybe, or it could be a cleanse. No, it's exhaust.
yeah,
Makes sense.
exhaust on the Ezreal, heal on the Janna. It's Ghost, heal, bot lane for the Ash Melio. Both mid laners are running a teleport.
Predator on the Cho'Gath.
Yeah, it's double TP for both comps as well. As we are going to look to get into game, I'm just going to see if I can swap this over and make sure that everything is working, which it is.
It's looking
It's always
nice.
looking good. I always try and make sure that everything is working absolutely fine and dandy. And we are in. So,
I don't know if you're showing it on the stream.
you mean on Discord? Let me just.
No, on the
On the YouTube stream. Yeah, it's shown. We're good. We're all good.
Okay.
I don't know why, but the music
Okay,
also
there we
isn't
go.
coming up when it should be. There we are. We're all good. We're all sorted.
All
We
right.
are in.
We're all set. We're all set for a series between the two #1 seeds of both the EOS Sunday Cup tournament.
And it looks like it is going to be an absolute banger. Obviously, both teams completely undefeated throughout their runs. CBS obviously had their undefeated run in Split 1 as well. So, insofar as they have dropped games in series, but they've never dropped a series yet. So, will it be the first time they actually sort of do it?
Yeah. Oh, as we see the ball lane of Krusty Crew hiding in the bush, waiting for a little cheese pick here. They are quite strong level 1, especially if Milio is going to go the W first.
I mean,
Shield
he's got
could
the
be
shield
better.
right now. He's got the shield leveled. If you can see it down there on the bottom.
Oh, right. Yeah, so it's going to be shield. So we're just going to have to see if CBS can kind of sniff them out. See if they're... Sniff the smelly cheese coming from the bot side bush.
Should promise to be a fun one. You see Ash there has started the W as well. They are just waiting. We'll see if CBS actually sniffs this out. No, they are just going to walk up, so it's just going to be a large amount of poke. No, they're just going to back away early. Okay. That was not the kind of explosive level 1 that I was hoping for. That was actually quite disappointing.
Yep.
Well, okay. So, yeah. Small amount of trade in there. You can just see some damage there onto the supports. And that's about all that's going to happen off of that one.
Stomping shields. Ooh, but we can see some drop CS already from the Ezreal here, but that's fine.
Yeah, I expect the Ezreal and sort of Janna to get pushed in as we see both laners here hit level 2. The very uninteractive mid lane that we'll be seeing, as Lipscat is just going to get pushed on the tower here.
Oof. The Space Aids doesn't transfer over, so he loses 2 CS
Another
there.
one.
And if he doesn't start autoing correctly...
How
right.
are you finding this a bit painful?
Oh. Yes. That's fine, that's fine. Space Aids, there we go, it's going. See top lane here. Kale's farming a little bit. Has to dodge the Q and most likely the E that's going to come out from the Mordekaiser sooner
Yeah,
or later.
lane's going to be a little bit difficult here for the Kale. Just sort of early levels up to level 6 are going to be a little bit painful, but as soon as she hits that level 6, she doesn't really have anything to worry from the Mordekaiser. Can just absolutely kite him out, as we do see that Rel is coming down here as the graph does land. And
he hits, some trading goes
we
out.
are seeing the bot lane here for CBS pushing towards the side of CC as Rel is going to sneak into the bush.
Yep.
Inzanti Wolf is on their way. I don't know whether they're going to be looking for it or not, but Flash W is probably going to come out here from Dutchy. This could be very dangerous for the side of CC if they don't end up... sorry, CBS.
Yeah.
This is just going to be the engage.
You see the interaction here.
Flash away, they do dodge the sun, so they're just going to come out. It's going to... Yeah.
Ooh. A nice knock-up from the tornado there. To kind of save her
Flash
own
Hill
life.
gets burned, exhaust shoot as well, but it is going to save the life of the Janna. Nice little bit of poke there onto the Melio, gets him to around about half health, and they do walk away without a kill. But there's a lot of summoners gone here on the side of CBS. But
yeah, Flash and Ghost from Ash
Flash
there.
Ghost also used as well. You can see that the row has just gone ahead and taken the scuttle as well.
Bot side scuttle.
Top lane is still back up, but yeah.
Oh, both teams know exactly where the junglers are, so to speak. So it might be a Rel going for Wraith here, going to Krugs, and then probably a regank on this Janna who doesn't have a flash.
Yeah, I would like to see a regank here. You can see that they are just sort of like wrapping around. They are just going to go ahead and do their golems. So we see Inzonic Wolf is going to path up to the top side, but is going to end up pathing over this ward here if they do end up going for it, as there is going to be some trading here up in the top lane. But I think Ugly Man Thing is just overextended. Inzonic Wolf has just walked straight over that ward.
Yeah, he's going to have to try and trade here. He's going to have to Q flash here. Here it comes.
There is going to be the Q flash.
There's the flash, and it's over.
First blood, but there is
Shogun
going to
gets
be
the
a
first
gank
blood.
down here in the bot lane. You see the Rel's going to come in. It's going to be the double knockup from the Janna.
Yep.
Stun comes through. There should just be a
The
pick
stun
up
comes in.
from Dutchy there.
Rel takes it.
Down.
Bit unlucky there. I think they could have given it to Ash.
Yeah, I
most
think
likely.
it would have been nice to give that to Ash, but kill is a kill either way, as we see the teleport come out here from the Mordekaiser, as Inzonti Wolf is helping Yasuo to shove this wave. And everything should go back to neutral. So it's just going to shove this one in, because this could be a little bit dangerous, but this could be a 2v1 here. Inzonti Wolf is sticking around.
Oh yeah, it could be. I think he's going to die here. The flash comes out.
That is the knockup. Oh, that is going to be the kill. That is incredibly
just barely.
low.
At limit testing there, and TP is gone from Mordekaiser, and Kale gets another kill in her pocket.
It is indeed. That was a low health bar. Unfortunately, my spectating skills leaving something to be desired there, because I didn't actually get to see the health, but...
Yep, as Trick 2G would say, not even close.
No, that's Donkey.
Trick 2J
What's
says that as
Donkey's
well.
one? It's not even close, baby.
It probably is. I don't know.
But yeah. 2 kills on the side of CBS. Both onto the Mordekaiser, which is not what you want in a Kayle lane. You do not want this Mordekaiser falling behind against this Kayle and giving this Kayle sort of free farm, because right now she's up a kill, she's got the assist. Even in the CS, when she sort of like comes here to crash this lane, and yeah, this isn't what you want. You do not want this this character to freely scale. As Dutch is here.
Yep, Rel is spotted on a ward there.
I'm just going to control ward that. Put some pressure here on Lipsy. Silence is going to go out and miss. But we are looking at a pretty sizable CS lead here in the mid lane. 14 over the side of the Malzahar, but Malzahar's job really this game is to just interactively, or uninteractively, sorry, push out these waves and press R on someone. Do a good job of trying to shut someone down, as we see. Rel's just hovering around the bot side. Has been spotted crossing the wall.
Yeah, bot side do get prio, so Rel is going to start the dragon here. Guys, it does get first move. but I think they know.
They are aware of it. They are sort of like
Malzahar is
pounding down.
moving forward a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can really do
I do
much.
think this dragon's going to go already. There's no real objectives that they could have traded it for, but knock-up is going to come down out to the Kaiser, but I do think they are just going to walk away. As they whisper pull in the top lane, it is going to be the ult used, drop from both of them. There's a large amount of damage returned back onto the Kayle. There should just be a death here. It's just going to get run down with that Mordekaiser passive. A lot of damage coming out from that.
I think Kayle probably ulted there thinking it was a Q coming down, but instead it was the ult from Mordekaiser.
Yeah, it just gets locked into the death realm, pushed up against the side of it, can't kite away, can't do much else. Just gets killed there by Mordekaiser. Is Mordekaiser going to pull out to a CS lead? They're not going to pick up a plate, but either way, they're just going to put themselves only about 100 gold up. This bot lane is going to continue to take her rest.
Yeah, as we see some CS leads here. Alt lane, mid lane a little bit.
Yeah, CS leads across the board.
Malzahar is kind of pulled back. Yeah. But that kind of makes sense. I mean, Kayle is going for more of a scaling lane, doesn't really have the prio and availability to farm in the early game, G6 at least. Also, Ezreal and Janna are just looking really to scrape by in those Qs long range on the minions.
Yeah, not much they can really do in this lane. Melio Ashe is one of the most powerful lanes in the game right now. Ashe gets a lot of power with that the Melio range extension. What is it? Cozy Campfire?
Range
Cozy
extender.
Campfire, that's the one. I'll get there. It does get a large amount of range, a large amount of power. As we do see, Cho'Gath is just hanging around here in the bot lane as Rel's going to look towards his top side and start off this Herald by the look of things. As here comes Inzon, Ewolf, he's got the Predators on, Q's going to come out, he's going to hit the knock-up onto the Melio.
Flash comes out.
Down, but another flash should come out from the Melio, should get them both to safety as another knock-up is going to come through. We're going to see here out in the top side though, is there is going to be a gank here from the Rel. They do have that remount, they're just going to barely miss a stun, but here comes Benboy and that Kaiser are going to run forward. There is going to be Lipsy Cat here in support, but I do think this is just going to be a kill onto Yasuo.
Yep.
And it is going to be 1 over to Benboy. They scale, don't worry about it.
Yeah, they scale. They just gotta kind of.
This is a large amount of damage here to Little
All the
Sparrow. Here
bleeding
that's going to
here.
come out. Ashe doesn't really need much mana when she's got that Cozy Campfire as well as the Lethal Tempo stacked up. Again, just showing the power of the Ashe here in this lane, partnered with that Melio, just getting a lot of damage out. Forcing the heal out from the Janna as well.
Yep, we see Rel here on the bot
They are
side.
looking for it. Cho'Gath
This-
is kind of near. They are able to respond, but this is going to be the Rel here
Oh,
first.
but Rel is there first. Cho'Gath is still in Prestige. Okay, Flash comes out, Janna ult comes out as well, but the CC chain just goes there and Cho'Gath is a little bit too late there. Can't really walk up either to try and ult him.
Nice remount
Oh.
there, comes through. They are just going to barely survive with the Cozy Campfire right now, but Inzonti should just be able to pick those up. They do not have the ultimate, still on half the cooldown. Knockup's going to come through. Benboy is going to join this fight as well. He's going to go onto the Ezreal as they are eventually just going to flash out. Probably trying to get away from the Malzahar there, but
Yeah,
2 for 1 here in the bot
flashing
lane.
away so that Malzahar doesn't ult
Janna's
him.
going to drop, Cho'Gath is going to drop, and in return the Ashe is going to go down as well. But that was close one there, blinking health bar there on the Melio. I think they dropped to, what, sub 20 health? Sub 30 health at one point?
Yeah. I think Cho'Gath didn't have ult either. He used it on one of the jungle camps, so he just kind of had to auto-attack the Ashe to death there.
Yeah, didn't have enough power in that fight. Could have definitely looked different if they had that ultimate available, as we see the power of this cow now coming through as they sort of like start just getting levels, getting items. They are just going to roll over this Mordekaiser.
Yeah, it's up to Kayle to make a mistake here, get caught by an E from the Mordekaiser.
So I'm going to dodge away from that next one. This could actually be a kill here,
Yep.
or at least a forced flash. They have a large amount of control of this lane, and this is an incredibly low Mordekaiser, as we see. Again, ping is coming out on both junglers.
Yep, gold's getting stacked as well on the Kayle. It's another 350 gold once Kayle gets another 28 CS.
So what do you want to see these two teams doing right now? Because we're in a sort of like neutral game state. There is the objective of the Herald to actually sort of go for.
Yeah.
But
Rel got even shroud as well, but she did use her flash. She has her ultimate. I want to see Krusty Crew go for objectives here. Dragon's up in 15 seconds, so I want to see them get priority.
Teleport
set
did
up.
just get used into
Maybe
the
look for
top
a
side
team
by the
fight.
Mordekaiser. There are pings going down. There's a lot of members across
Oh,
the
as we see Ash
step forward. She does
walking ahead. She doesn't have flash.
That's a knock up. That's the outcome down. She is suppressed forever, and Leo Dagashi is going to take up that kill on the Ezreal as Void Seeker's going to come through and do absolutely no damage because of Mordekaiser's passive. And this is going to be the Dragon start here for
See if they
CBS.
still want to fight this.
They are lurking around. They don't really have the tools. I feel like CC are just better at giving this up. Just go towards the top
They
side.
see Rel on the ward as well. They know Rel's coming.
Oh, this is going to be engaged here by the road. This is going to be a free-man ult. This is going to be Little Sparrow getting blown up straight away. They use their flash as well as their
Flash
ultimate.
comes in from the
Just
Rel.
straight up
or the
3v3.
Jenna.
Ash ult is going to come through. It's going to go wide. It's going to be the remount. Go on to Exotic War. Ult in from Ben Boy. He's going to pick that one up. But she's getting low. But I'm going to tick down as Leo is just going to limp away on low health. Void Seeker comes through but does hit one of Malzahar's minions. That's going to be a one fight. As there was also just a kill here in the top lane as I highlight that. Cal died underneath tower. While all that was going on. So TP's going to come through.
TP coming back from Kale here.
Dragon's going to get picked up here for the side of CC. So, 3k gold lead, 4 kills in the lead, 2 Dragons in their back pocket. They're looking quite comfortable in this early game, but we'll have to see how this transitions sort of like into their mid-game power, because they do have a lot of it, and see if they can close it out before the side of CBS can actually get scaled.
gets online.
Yeah, there's a lot of scaling here on the side of CBS. As
Oh, as Kale gets a
Right, so we just
shutdown on
missed
the
that.
Mordekaiser. Wow.
we'll see how that goes.
And
Real
oh, no.
quick, I've got a tool that we can use. If I go here and go for the time controls and jump back a little bit, we'll actually just see, yeah, it's just a case of Mordekaiser's just getting run down for the entire time. Lethal tempo
Yep,
stacked
lethal
up,
tempo.
W's on, toward the bush, backstep there from the queue, and it's just going to be able to run them down as he comes through. Final auto. Nice bit of shutdown gold as well. Oh no, I don't want that
Yeah,
to be
I
recorded.
think Kale
Whoops,
planned that.
lazy. No. How do you go back to live? What am I doing?
Just click,
There we
click
are.
to the front.
No,
Yeah.
because have gone down either, and I'll get rid of time control. What's the hotkey for that? Will it tell me? No. Okay, never
You
mind.
don't know.
Oh well. So yeah, you see, I was just going to go ahead, run down the Mordekaiser, and yeah, both teams just sort of like posturing around this Rift Herald now. See Rel's here in the area, looking to go on it.
They spot Rel on the ward there, or on the scuttle. I don't know if they have prio though.
No, I don't know if they can necessarily go for this. Yasuo's obviously just taking this reset. Has also got this item come out. This Kale is going to be decently strong. I still feel like CC, if they are to force the objective, are going to be the stronger ones there. Especially with the Ash ult being fired across the map. As we do see...
I'm hoping to see though that Ash. Oh, they might be looking for a dive.
They are
here.
going to cross wards. I don't know whether a dive is actually going to go ahead and happen, but Rel looks like they want to go ahead and force it.
Oh, I think it
They've
just
only
might.
got 2 minions though. There's no minion wave here. They do just have to back off of this. As
Yep. I would have liked to seen Cho'Gath start up the Herald when they saw Kaiser being spotted there.
yeah, just need to sort of like cross map on the other side, but they're going to continue sort of
Yeah.
farming their jungle. One thing that I really want to see here from CC is just sort of not try and take these direct fights. Don't match them. Always just go for these cross maps. That's what you want to do when you're scaling. And also just sort of focus on playing around this top side. Make sure that this KO is just... Right now she's winning in isolation, just making sure that the Rel can't go up there or the Kaiser can't roam. I'd like to see the Malzahar making sure that the Kaiser's almost always pushed in. And just making sure that Rel doesn't have any opportunities. As you can see here, the Mordekaiser is just taking an absolute beating now that this Cal has hit level 11.
Yep. There
That
it
the
is.
level 11.
6 more levels. Or no, 5 more levels.
It's going to take a while to get to though. As ult is actually going to come through.
Here comes
They
the
only
ult.
take sort of a few tower shots, but ult is going to get dropped, and they're just going to kill them. That is
Yep.
the power of the Cal. As there is
Cal
going
is-
to be a gank here on the bot side. That is going to be the Ash W used, as well as the what is it? Superfire Kickball. It's got a name like that.
Yeah, something like that. Well, officially, Kale has outscaled Mordekaiser.
They have indeed. Yeah, it's a really nice pick there into the Mordekaiser. They just hit level 6 and have relative safety. It's very easy to kite a Mordekaiser. As
As we see Rel going for another one of her lane
They
games.
do have the flash, they do have the ult, and
they
they do
saw
get
her.
everything down. That is going to be the arrow to follow up. Heal is going to get used here from Little Sparrow, and they are being about to flash away. That's going to be no kills going over. That is incredibly surprising. I would have expected a lot more out of that.
Yeah. TP does come out from the Mordecai, or from the Malzahar, and Kai'Sa is moving bot side here. Maybe trying to hit a
They have
W
been spotted
here.
on the ward. That is just going to go wide. As both teams just going to back away, and the Rift Arrow is going to get started up on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah.
So,
Nice cross map play there. You see that Rel engages on the bot side. Luckily, they're able to survive. No kills going over.
well, this could be a little bit deadly here for the
Chael
Chael.
fighting the Mordekaiser, but Cho'Gath
Predator
is
has
there.
been popped.
He has
Q is
Predator.
going to barely miss, but there should just be another kill. Flash forward. That's going to be the auto attack from the Cho'Gath, finishing that one off. Void spikes come through. So we see Benboy again roaming around the map looking for things. Now, real quick, while there is a lull state, there's one big thing here that sort of like is going to worry me. Is Benboy's just going to hit the Void Seeker ult and kill
there.
Yasuo. Okay.
Yeah,
So
what's
my
worrying you?
concern for Krusty Crew is that all of the kills so far and the gold lead is essentially on Rel. She doesn't actually have that much of a gold lead, but as we see here, just mid lane turret is actually going to end up going down. There is
Ooh.
going to be a
It's gonna be a big deal there.
There is going to be like a large amount of the gold is hit on this Rel.
Yeah, Ash and Milio moving mid right now.
Rather than on the carries here. Obviously, Benboy's been able to get himself a decent amount of gold in isolation as Lipsy Cat is forced to flash over the wall from the remount, as everything's going to get popped. Janet finally comes out and gets rid of that engage mighty quick, as Leo is actually sat here on a ward.
Oof. He's on a ward.
Rel is going to speed in, TP's going to get used, tries to predict it, but isn't actually able to
Oh,
make
but
it.
I think Rel
Does
is
get
just
bounced
kind
over
of
there, as Yasuo is in a very bad position, now going to get CC'd, stunned.
not good TP.
Goodbye to Yasuo. Mordekaiser is just there. Walking down, does have the teleport available, but Leo is going to take a huge
Oh my
chunk of
god!
damage.
Look at that damage on Kai'Sa.
Yeah, that is going to be a big chunk. As CBS are forced to limp away, and that's going to be third dragon over onto the side of the Krusty Crew. So, pretty big mistake there from Yasuo, TPing without the support of his team. I just don't think they should be fighting for these objectives right now. They're currently like
Yeah.
they're currently so much weaker than what Krusty Crew are composition-wise. They need to force to scale. They just should have just looked for Rift Herald, I think. Yeah,
should have
trade on the
cross-mapped.
other side of the
They
map.
should have killed, definitely.
It's going to be the suppression underneath the tower. That is a huge Mordekaiser shield, however, and I think Man Thing should be able to just walk out as Lipsy Cat's going to pick up everything under tower as on the other side of the map.
I can count the pixels on your Discord stream.
Is it looking great?
Yeah, it's looking great. It's looking like
Hells
Minecraft.
Yeah. As long as the YouTube stream is all good, which it looks like it is, we should be fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to check actually. Do I still have Steam open? Because that would be not very good. No, Steam isn't open. Okay, we should be fine. I'm not sure why it's doing that.
Yeah, we should be fine.
Either way, looking at the state of the game, where there is a 3 dragon lead on the side of Krusty Crew, up 5 kills, and about 3,500 gold.
Red team's turret has been
And one of CC's 80 carries is quite
That
fast.
is, however, just going to be a kill here onto the Mordekaiser. Ult is going to get dropped, and they are just going to be able to finish that off by themselves. As Benboy is actually going to go ahead and pick up Little Sparrow with the W.
Yeah, they caught Janna out. Clear in vision.
Yeah, these Void Seekers are
I should not use ults.
Void Seekers are becoming a problem.
Yeah. They're also looking for maybe a dive here. Rel is on a flank, but Cho'Gath is walking over. I see Rel now. Rel is going to have to move out. Wait. Oh, okay. Benboy was just evolving casually his Q.
There's so much
He was able to dodge the
movement speed here on
Cho'Gath.
the side of Krusty Crew. It's going to be really difficult for the Cho'Gath to actually follow up and hit these Qs.
Yeah.
Unless it's a follow-up on
Quite a bit of poke as well.
a lot of poke. Well, the main thing here, or the saving grace for CBS, is obviously this Kale, sort of like trying to scale here into the late game. And they do have a decently easy to execute composition if they can just get the lockdown of the Malzahar on someone, as he is looking for maybe a flash ult. Oh, no, sorry, not a flash ult, but just an ult. So that flash is on cooldown.
Yep.
As Rel is going to look here into the bot lane, but not be able to find anything, as members of CBS are coming down.
Rel is stuck on a ward
I don't
here.
think there's going to be any threat
I don't
to
think
her,
they want to
though.
do anything
Yeah.
though.
Easy enough for her to get out, as game is...
See components being completed there for Kai'Sa. She's gone Ginsu's.
Yeah, as soon as she hits that third item as well, there is going to be a lot of threat free items is when this Kai'Sa's really going to come online, and the fact that she's going to be able to get these free items so early is going to be incredibly detrimental to the side of CBS. It's that third item power spike they're looking out for, as she's accelerated over the Kayle, as you see here, most gold in the game, sitting at just about to tick over to that 9,000 as. So is here waiting in the top side, just going to go ahead dodge E, he's just going to auto attack again and again and again, he's going to get that Quintu stacked up. They do have the movement speed to run them down. Flash is nearly available, E is also just going to miss there.
He misses.
As another auto attack comes down, lethal tempo is up, W's going to come through, Q slow isn't going to land, should just be one more auto attack.
Oh, come on.
It's going to be that
there
one.
you
So
go.
that's another kill there onto the side of Yasuo. Some more gold in their back pocket. And Mordekaiser's pick isn't looking too good, especially when you can just counter it with something that scales. As Dutchy could be looking.
I think they're looking for an engage
They
here.
could be. There is going to be the dragon up here in a minute. They are just going to charge forward. They are going to land it onto the
goes.
Cho'Gath. Oh, it's going to come out.
Asholt comes down.
The Cho'Gath is incredibly tanky though. A lot of cooldowns got burned, and they are just going to sort of walk away from that. There's a lot of cooldowns burned from the side of Krusty Krewers. Cal's going to go ahead and pick up this turret. It's going to be mid-tier 1 for CBS under siege here, as Krusty Krewer are going to put out the poke, but not able to actually get anything off of the back of that. So, Rel ult was used, he had Dash ult used as well. Ghost as well pops from the Ash, and
Yeah.
on the side of CBS it's the flash out of the Cho'Gath and the heal from the Janna. As teams are just going to go ahead, reset.
They're going to have to reset for this dragon fight in 40 seconds. It is soul point for
Yeah,
Krusty.
it's a
we're
very good
seeing-
thing.
It's going to be a big fight
It's
here.
a very good thing.
Especially after they wasted their ultimates. I think they might be
yeah,
up.
they're going to be up.
Asholt is quite low.
Yeah, they're going to have all of their armors up ready for the fight. As Dutchy's just going to get slowed, leap over the wall. Nothing to follow up with there. Now, CC is still quite a bit stronger than CBS here at this stage of the game. Ash is a lot stronger than this Ezreal, and the Kai'Sa is doing a lot of damage.
Oh.
As
Kayle has to flash over there because she was a bit caught out from the TP. So no flash on the Kayle, and they don't really have any prio. Ult comes out on the Cho'Gath.
Zoniwolf could be looking to get picked
Engage,
up here.
but the Janna blocks
This is going to be the... Oh,
Ult comes down on the Milio. Kayle ult comes
this
down
is
on the
going to be
Malzahar.
disastrous for CBS. They're completely split up in the fight. Cal wasn't there from the start of it. They're going to get picked up here in the Death Realm from the Mordekaiser. That's a double kill for them as Lipscat is going to get chased down. See if they actually end up winning this fight, as they are slowed here. They're just going to get eaten backwards. It's going to be the Suns come through. Another Q's going to come down. There should just be Lipscat dropping as well. There's no, they are actually able to pick it up there. But that is going to be soul point over to the side of Krusty Krew.
And most likely Baron.
Yeah, it's another split fight there from the side of CBS. They're just... Kale's not with the team, opted to sort of like push some minions there into the bot lane, and then the team is just too far forward, able to get engaged on. So a lot of damage goes down on Zoniwolf, on that Cho'Gath. And yeah, they just don't really have the team fighting tools whatsoever to be able to like fight.
No.
I'm not... It's like I said, I think I would have preferred a Fresh to be actually, you know, do more with crowd control. They just don't really have any options to start a fight. They've got no hard engage whatsoever. They can't pick and choose when they want to fight. And it leaves them in a position where they're just waiting on the Krusty Krew to go forward and start the fight themselves and maybe make a mistake, but so far they've been coming out worse in these engagements, and for that they've given over 4 dragons, Dragon Soul, multiple kills,
And Baron buff.
and Baron now. So, game is very much looking in Krusty Krew's hands. Let's just see if CBS can long it out enough to be able to get Kayle ticked over to this level 16, get her on enough items to be able to carry this game, but it's looking incredibly difficult for them. Especially when it's not really great front line for the Kayle to just free hit.
Yeah. What I would like to see is maybe a Rel engage and a Malzahar ult on the Rel. Kayle can just free hit, you know, burst down the tank.
Yeah. You see, while all this is going on, 4v5, you see Benboy is just splitting in the bot lane. They are possibly just going to go ahead and pick up this tower as Lipscat's going to come here, but they are, however, 3 levels down.
Oh, I don't know if he wants to
they
walk
can't.
there.
They're down an item. As Ezreal's going to come down, get some damage here onto Dutchy, but Cozy Campfire's going to come out, heal them back up. As You see how it's going to get pulled in, take a little bit of damage here from... Oh no wait, it's going to be engaged here from Benboy. They're going to opt forward, they're going to get silent straight away. Because Ugly Man Thing is going to walk forward, miss the E. Ashult is also going to go wide there because Man Thing's going to get knocked up. They're going to go ahead and use the ultimate. Rel goes in.
Malzahar ult comes out on the Rel.
There's going to be a large amount of damage. That's a big shutdown there onto the Rel. A large amount of gold there over to the Ezreal as they just keep going forward.
Kill this
Mordekaiser's going to get knocked up. This is going to be the cow getting a shutdown. Ezreal's going to leap forward, get a Q down onto Benboy.
No mana on kill though.
And that is 2 for 0 in favour of CBS, but there is still some gas in the tank here from Benboy as they're going to shoot at that Void Seeker. He's unfortunately going to miss, but there's a lot of damage there over onto the Ezreal as they continue sieging. Cho'Gath's going to come in, possibly look for that knock up. He's going to go wide of Benboy as another Void Seeker is going to come down, and CC cancels there on the Ashe, just able to pick up the Cho'Gath at the end of that fight. So overall, 2 for 1, but I think CC are going to end up winning out with this mid lane at tier 2 dropping. Not sure if they are going to end up getting anything more out of this one though, as Void Seeker is going to land there onto Ezreal. Another one's going to come.
I think Kaiser might ult here.
Could look for it, but Void Seeker's just going to go wide there.
Rather just take the tower.
They're going to take 2 towers, so 2 for 1 in the side of CBS, but 2 towers going over for...
Plus tier 2 and tier 3
yeah,
tower. I think taking mid lane.
Overall, I think Krusty Crew are going to be happy with that one. Not happy with how the fight went. They did get kited out. Carries there of CBS able to just hit onto the front line, able to pick up 2 kills, but
yeah,
you're not going to complain when you're picking up 2 towers, one of them being an inhibitor tower after that. But
plus the 2 people that died were the Mordekaiser and
the
Rel.
Rel did, however, give a shutdown over to the Ezreal, but right now the Ezreal is not going to be the prime focus of the game, as we do see one incredible factor for the side of CBS, which is the Kayle actually having hit that level 16, now level 17. Did hit it a few waves ago and was level 16 for that fight, but this is CBS's...
He's going to have to see some immaculate play from Kayle here. No mistakes whatsoever when the team fights happen.
Well, Cho'Gath is actually going to get spotted. They're going to pop the Predator. Void Seeker is going to land. Benboy's going to go in. I was going to throw out that Q. I'm going to go forward, pop the passive, but you can see the damage there coming out from the Kayle as the Kayle is going to get dropped there onto the Cho'Gath. Will they walk away from this one?
Oh, a massive 4-man knockup. Kayle is hitting, but they don't really have the damage. Kayle does get sent
They should
to
just
death
be
row.
able to... Oh no, wait, they are in a death realm. You are correct, but they are just going to get picked up there by the Mordekaiser. Another tornado going to come through, land onto multiple members, but that is going to be the top and jungle there dying for the side of CBS, and it's going to be a 50-second death timer on the side of Kayle.
That Ocean Soul is really making the difference there.
Yes, indeed. As another 4-man tornado goes through. They are on point, but unfortunately there's nothing there to be able to follow up. Not great wave clear here on the side of CBS either, as this this turret is just paper to them. There's a nice side step there on the E. It's going to be the flash forward from the Mordekaiser. Turret's going to drop. Stun goes out. Flash forced out of Ezreal there, getting caught by that grasp. It's going to be the top and middle inhibitor going down in favour of CC.
An Elder is about to come up in 39 seconds.
And more
here.
importantly,
I think they're just
10
letting
seconds
go.
on blue buff.
Yeah. Ooh.
As Benboy does get this
Ult
recall
comes out.
stopped. So, this is not looking very pretty for the side of CBS here. They are down nearly 10,000 gold. They have lost Soul. As you mentioned, Elder is up in 20 seconds, and CBS just really are not in a position to be able to fight for this one, are they?
No. They're going to have to try, though.
Well, indeed, this will be the decider here in this game. I'm just going to swap vision just so you can see here that both teams not really working with too much around this, as Kayle is going to teleport here into the bot lane. It does look like this is going to be the last team fight of the game. Whoever wins here will end up... It's either going to be CBS holding on or CC closing out this game. As you see here, no flank set up. The lines of skirmish are drawn. This is just going to be a slugfest as Cho'Gath is going to get pulled in. Damage going down.
Rel jumped
Rel
over.
is here on the flank.
I don't know if they see Rel. Rel is on a flank.
Rel is here on the flank. He's going to get spotted here by that control ward. Lipsy Cat is incredibly low there thanks to the Void Seekers. Courtesy of Benboy, as there's going to be a huge engage over the side. Ult is going to come out. There's going to be Little Sparrow and Lipsy Cat dropping straight away. Leo is going to be incredibly low. Yeah, this is just an absolute massacre. That's going to be a clean 5-0 fight. Benboy is going to go ahead and TP here into the middle. And this is just going to be game number 1 going over to the side of Krusty Crew. A pretty dominant one-sided win as well. There was no chance for CBS to actually scale, but Good game one here from Krusty Crew going over. Finishing this game.
Yeah, they're able to get some leads in the early game around the map, except for maybe top lane. And then they were just able to get their carries fed and get early dragons, early priority, and then from there they could just snowball.
Yeah, incredibly dominant game there from the side of the Krusty Crew. The thing that kind of disappointed me there with the draft there from like CBS, they just didn't have any tools to really deal with anything in that game. There was no tools for them to, kind of start fights. It was just a case of Krusty Crew having control of the game for the entire time, and CBS just had to, react. They had the pace of the game completely dictated, and that's what happens. That is what happens.
Yeah, that's what happens.
I'm just getting told as well that CBS are going to be staying on the red side.
Yep. I'm interested to see how their draft will differ here. Maybe some more proactivity, or at least some more opportunity and options for team fighting.
Yeah, I would like to see some engaged tools. I don't think you can just play as passive as that. It's like I mentioned, I think the number one thing that I would change in that draft would be the Janna. Even though I don't think the Janna's a problem, I think you just need to have extra tools to be able to set up for Cho'Gath queues. Like, if you're going to pick Cho'Gath in the jungle, you need tools within team fights or within the lane to be able to set up for him to gank or to be able to get those queues off, because it's an incredibly powerful ability. Knockups obviously being the only true CC in the game, and just need tools to set him up if you're going to go ahead and pick it.
Yeah, they need some agency.
That's exactly what it is. They just need agency in their games. But we are going to go to a quick break, as we are going to be taking a small break ourselves, and I'm sure the teams would like a little break after that game. So we'll be gone.
Yep. Remember to like the stream, guys,
like
please. It boosts us in discoverability.
And
we'll see you guys in
we'll
5
take
minutes.
Some 3 to 5 minute break, and then we'll be back here for game 2. See if CBS can pull it back.
All right.
dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the stars, but we're making this.
Welcome back, everybody. We are just going to be hopping into game number 2 as soon as possible, or literally now. So, yeah, we kind of went over a little bit of game 1, speaking about it, where just CBS just didn't really have any agency whatsoever to be able to just do anything. There was no setup for the Cho'Gath, either to gank or in team fights. It just sort of didn't really do much. And if you're playing then for the cow, I just don't think Ezreal is the pick to go for if you're just going to play for a scaling topside. I think you again need something with like a little bit more agency, so fresh support instead of Janna maybe, and then trying to think of like an AD carry to go for. Yeah, Varus, Misfortune, just anything for the team fights that just has more threat than the Ezreal. But we are just going to see.
Bans are going to be the
it's
same.
a run back of the bans so far. I don't think any teams are really going to change anything. There's going to be the Rel in the jungle as the first pick. One thing that I really like this. I just want to see Ashe. Yeah,
I like
just
this
slam
too.
in the Ashe Melio. If you don't want to play the
just
Melio,
take
you
it.
can also sort of like go for a few other of the picks. You can even just leave a support counter pick there, so just leave the Ashe locked in and just counter pick support later if you really want to do that. But I like the Ashe. It's again one of these things where they just get more agency. There's a Nautilus as well.
Nice.
This could also just be a flex in either the jungle or the support,
Yeah.
which I really like.
I think it most likely is the jungle.
Yeah, I would like to see it. I do think that Ashe Nautilus kind of works, but I definitely would prefer an Enchanter to go alongside Ashe,
Yeah.
just because she works so
Let's
well.
see if they
with
pick the Milio
movement
here.
speed. It's going to be a run back of the Kai'Sa. I expect that to go mid as well. I do think they're just most likely going to run back as much of their draft as they can. I'd like to see what they pick for AD carry though, because without that Ashe, they do sort of lose agency. Because Ashe,
Could be Kai'Sa.
it could be the Kai'Sa. I do think like Benboy might just put out again, as I don't like this Mordekaiser. Again, it just leaves open the Kayle. And this time around, CBS have got all the tools that they need to actually set Kayle up for success. Please don't lock a I don't know if I want to see a Jax though. I genuinely would just prefer a Kayle as a. I hope that Jace Hover is for me.
It might be
Jax.
I think we're looking at Jax.
I mean, so far they've already got enough like crowd control. They've got engage, and it is going to be the Jax locked in.
There's the
They
Jax.
do already have that agency that we was talking about in terms of the Ashe ult. They've also got the Nautilus there, who's just a CC machine, obviously. So Jax does have good setup and does have threat on this side lane. Does eventually win out against the Mordekaiser,
Yeah.
but
Looking to see if they ban the Milio here. Or if they've caught on that it's a jungle.
possibly. I mean, there's going to be the Seraphine ban taken away from the mid lane. Obviously, they no longer have the Veigar or the Seraphine. I would like to see the Ahri that we were speaking about come out for Lipsy Cat.
Yeah.
Again, it's... Oh, God. Excuse me. Really good follow-up with the Ashe ultimate. Really, really good follow-up there with the Nautilus. Or if they go in and sort of like start a fight themselves, there's the follow-up there to pick up.
CBS banned the Milio.
Yeah. I quite like the Melio ban, honestly.
I mean, yeah, they get first pick, right? CC get first pick after second ban phase.
Yeah, Emilio's one of those champions that are just sort of screw the Ashnaughtas quite a bit.
Ooh,
But
there's the Ahri ban.
There's the Ahri ban. That's the pick that we wanted to see for CBS taken away by CC. So
Yeah, it's funny when you said Ari, you puked in your mouth a little. That's a good reaction. It's the
well,
correct
there's the
reaction.
Talia. There's the pick that we was talking about in game one that was actually banned out by CBS, taken away from Ben Boy.
Yep.
It is also just going to give you a large amount of zone control here in these team fights, but they're actually just going to
I like the
totally
Ziggs,
bait
though.
me and go for the Ziggs.
Let's
Ziggs
go.
is also just going to work really well against this Kai'Sa, just because it's going to push the lane harder than what Malzahar does. And it's just able to just outrange her as well, yeah. It also means that you can sort of, again, do that same thing that I was talking about in Game 1, which is where you push the wave, you move into Fog of War, you hover either top side or bot side, you can just throw the ult.
Yep. I mean, you just throw the ult, yeah.
And it is going to be the Kai'Sa there in the bot lane.
Yeah, I told you, it's the Kai'Sa.
Kai'Sa there locked in for the bot lane, Talia's there in the mid lane. Which
That's
of these do
fine.
you reckon gets the push first? I'd bet my money there on the Ziggs getting push, because he outpushes virtually every champion apart from, like, maybe a Vel'Koz.
I think it though depends on the movement of the Ziggs here. If he's comfortable being able to dodge the seismic shove from the Talia.
Please don't lock that Blitzcrank. I'll be so mad. Just take fresh. Just take fresh. You could even go Janna here. Just don't lock that. Don't bait me.
It might be a Blitzcrank.
Blitzcrank into Rel just doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a Trundle. So it's
Ooh.
Nautilus support, Ash Nautilus in the bot lane. I quite like it. Whenever Rel goes in, you can just hook her out of her engage. But it could.
Yeah. I like the Trundle as well. It can ult the Rel, it can ult the Mordekaiser. Can even ult the Wukong if necessary.
Yeah, they are just going to swap into their positions. So it is just going to be the Nautilus there in the support. Again, yeah, I do like the Nautilus matchup into the Rel. I found a lot of comfort with it as well. The sort of like Fresh and Nautilus are two champions that I think Rel kind of struggles into. As long as the Nautilus and the Fresh play it well, you basically just wait for the Rel to go in and sort of like get that CC down, and you just CC her out of it, and then she just becomes useless because she's she's off of her mount, and the only thing she offers is a 0.7 second stun, and that's it. So yeah, I do like the draft here from CBS. It's a lot better. Again, it's the thing that we were talking about. Their bot lane is packed full of agency. Trundle works really well into the engage that they have, where the Wukong and the Rel is going to have bonus stats. The Jax eventually is going to be that scaling pressure there in the side lane and will eventually beat out that Mordekaiser. It will be a bit more difficult to pull off than the Kayle, but again, does eventually offer more threat. And Ziggs is good at neutralising the Talia, so I am liking the CBS draft. I definitely think they've won the drafting phase, but they again...
I mean, Talia will surf over to one of the side lanes, and Ziggs will throw a bomb fall.
Yeah, they can just they can just push
Nick.
the mid wave better. Try and keep the Talia there in the mid. The one thing that concerns me on the side of CBS is just the insane amount of team fighting that the Krusty Crew have. You've got the Rel and the Wukong alone are incredibly large, sort of like big AoE CC threats. And then it's just incredibly easy for Talia just to follow up on a bit of CC, punt them back into that Unraveled Earth. Is it the Unraveled Earth, the E1?
I think so. You shouldn't ask me, man. I don't know. I just call them Q, W, and E. Sometimes R.
The only thing that doesn't really fit, I think, in these compositions is the Mordekaiser. I quite like everything else. I think it's just the two top laners that I don't necessarily like, but I prefer the Jax to Mordekaiser easily.
Yeah, what I hope to see is that it's going to be kind of like an island there, where it'll just be a split pushing Mord or a split pushing Jax that'll just, create pressure on the map and force like a 4v4 and the battle of the TPs between the Mordekaiser and the Jax when a team fight breaks out.
I do think it's going to look kind of similar to Game 1, where whichever team actually ends up getting this early game lead is actually just going to be the one to be able to run away with the game. Because looking at the champions on both sides, it's very hard for both of these teams to kind of play from behind unless the other team makes a mistake.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are just going to wait one more minute here for the spectator delay. Just quick.
1 minute to game
See
2.
if CBS can actually sort of like pull this game back, send us on to game 3.
Yeah, match point for
And
Krusty Crew
again,
here.
just to remember the stakes, that the loser of this one gets knocked into the losers bracket to play against Lost to Boris. And winner of this match will go straight into the grand finals. And the other thing that we have to look out for is that both of these teams so far are completely undefeated here in EOS One. And for CBS's case, they went undefeated throughout all of Split 1. The small amount of Split 2 we played,
I was part of that
he
team.
was. Yeah, undefeated throughout Split 1. The bit of Split 2 that we played before cancelling it, that was undefeated, and now in EOS 1 they are also undefeated.
Yeah.
So this could be Krusty Crew looking to close this out of a 2-0 and hand them their first loss. But we'll see how this goes, as game is going to load in incredibly
5,
soon.
4.
I again obviously
3,
forgot to swap it over
2,
to the pre-game,
1.
except all my pre-game stuff isn't actually
Oh,
loaded.
good.
It's because my stuff is timed out. God damn it. Let me just go ahead and start that up. Start.bat, will you work? I don't know why, but the toolkit that I use for the in-game overlay and everything else, like runes and stuff, it just times out like randomly for no reason. It's incredibly annoying.
Yeah. Just a check-in PC moment.
It's just doing it again. Yeah, it's just straight up. It just won't have it. Hopefully it means that we still have the in-game overlay. It would suck to not have that, but
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out.
we'll see how everything
Alright.
goes, as this will be game 2 of Krusty Crew against CBS, as again my sound is gone off. There we go. So, early game predictions.
See a little basic 5
What are we
men.
going to see here in the top, mid, jungle, bot, all of them? Give me your predictions for all of it.
Top lane. I think there might be some kind of skill check that Jax will do against the Mordekaiser here. Maybe got a grasp of how he played from game 1 and might be able to exploit it. Mid lane, I think it's just going to be a farm lane, depending on when. Oh, let's see here. Hold on. Wukong's walking up. Ward gets placed.
And no one's there to clear.
Yeah, mid lane, I think it's just going to be a farm fest. Unless Talia gets a little knock up here, if Wukong is there, you know.
We are just seeing an invade and a ward hit
And then-
onto the red there from Little Sparrow on the Nautilus. Get some information. They will be
Yeah.
knowing that Rel is starting there on the bot side. As it looks like they're actually just going to
And
be
then
doing it
bot
solo.
lane.
No, what am I on about? It's not Rel jungle, is it?
What are you talking about?
It's Wukong jungle.
Support.
I've been baited.
Yeah.
So, there is going to be pathing onto the opposite side of the map for both of them. With the Wukong pathing towards bot side and the Trundle pathing towards top side. You can kind of see the focus in the way that these teams play, where CBS likes to play more around the top side, leave that bot side on a bit of an island. And for the side of Krusty Crew, it's a case of a lot of ganks. Last game went down into the bot side, and it looks like it'll be happening again with Wukong's pathing.
Yeah, that will definitely follow. I think we're gonna at least see 2 lane ganks this game here.
There's a big wave is going to end up getting crashed into Ugly Man Thing's tower. Can see some trading, some kind of heavy trading has already gone down as well.
Yeah,
Looks like
got priority of the wave, was able to, slow push
Yasuo
it.
was most likely able to just
Merge,
get a
like,
stun off
2 or 3
around
waves.
the minions and just get a decent trade down. As Inzonioff is looking for a level 3
Ooh,
gank, as
early gank.
it's going to be the roll going in. They are dismounted. Hook is going to go out. They should be able to flash away. Oh no, they fell flashed
Oh,
into
the failed
wall.
flash from Rel. That's a first blood there from Ash. I like that throughout that gank there, Kai'Sa was getting a little bit too far away, and instead of wasting the Q on a flash on Kai'Sa, they could just turn on the Rel, who used their W and is very, very slow.
One thing that I would have liked just to see from them is just like Rel W's out, and if she needs to use her flash. So just like wait for the crowd control to come out, wait for the anchor to get thrown, or wait for the pillar. W out, see if there's any follow-up CC, and see if you need to flash. You don't need to. You don't need to go ahead and CC the Trundle, as this could just be Yasuo getting run down here. Level 4 is going to tick over for Ugly Man Thing. The Mordekaiser are going to keep going forward. Do have that Q to come
Doesn't
down.
have a
They do have
ward.
the flash. This is going to be the flash forward, but
Oh,
Yasuo's
Yep.
able to save their flash, Q to a minion, get out, recall, TP back to lane.
I call
I
that
do call
work.
that worth. They're not even really going to be able to drop any minions as...
No, not really. But Mordekaiser will get a nice back here if he decides to.
Oh wait, there
Probably
we go.
won't lose that many minions either.
And no minions there lost for Yasuo either. Apart from... Nope.
Instead he's
Will they
moving,
get all of these?
gets a ward
It's
in the
gonna be a
Tri-Brush.
competition. Will they get every single one? They have so far. They do have that cull as well. Oh,
Oh, Wukong jumped over. He's invading right now on the Trundle, taking the red buff. Red buff has been taken though. He's a little bit
that
too
did
late
go
there.
over...
Cilia did have Prio as well. Could have been nasty.
We did see the Trundle actually pick that one up as Jax is going to go in. They do have that counter-strike there, as it is going to get the stun. They do have the Conqueror proc. Q is going to come down now, getting very low however.
Wait, what is that? That was a little bug there from the stun.
We are seeing Trundle in the area. I do think Ugly Man Thing is aware that Trundle is in the area. They will pass this ward if they actually go for this.
It is warded as well.
They're just going to cross that vision there. No things are coming out. Have they noticed?
Wait, but he's not
There's
moving.
going to be the stun here from Yasuo. They're just going to back away. There's pillars going to come out. And that's going to be a chomp onto Inzorni Wolf. I'm not too sure what Ugly Man Thing was doing there. Were they just trying to crash the wave? Or...
Well,
Well,
from
there's
what
gonna be
I've heard,
engagement from Nextro. Q is going to go ahead and land onto the rail, and that's just going to be a little bit of trading going out as...
yeah. His game plan as playing Mordekaiser is push the wave. If the jungler ganks, try and 1v2. As we see a TP coming out, but the wave does get pushed, but Mordekaiser will get a freeze because Jax is quite low HP. Just gonna have to give that up.
So, 2 kills already onto the side of CBS. A much better start than what they had last time. They are sitting at a 1,000
Yeah.
gold lead with decent gold leads here on the top jungle. There's also 500 gold in the advantage of Ashe, as wave here in the bottom is just pushing out. Both junglers right now pathing onto the bot side. It does look like Talia is going to be roaming. They do have the ultimate available. It looks like it's being called. And Tim's just going to back off as... So he is actually going to get cancelled there.
Oh, but it gets cancelled. They get cancelled by the
It's going to be a
Trundle.
flash hit over.
Dragon is up. Flash over from the Wukong. Flash will have to go out from the Trundle as well. Wow.
Really well played there from Inzorni Wolf. They do end up getting their flash burn because they stay too long trading as they smite away the crab from under the nose. They do have their smite coming
The stream might be stuck. Yeah,
up.
it's
Oh,
not
really?
showing.
Oh, the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Stream is back on now, just ready for the fight. There's going to be the third kill going over with Dutchy going down there on the Wukong. CC cancels. It's just going to get dropped there on the back as it's Inzorni Wolf going to survive.
Flash comes out.
Going to munch down onto the rail. That's going to be...
Nice.
What's that? 2 for 1 in favour of CBS.
Yep. 2 for 1 in favor of
Well,
CBS.
no, sorry, 3 for 1. The Wukong did go down as well as
Ooh!
Inzorni Wolf is incredibly
Trundle might have died there.
are incredibly low, but they are just going to be able to chomp down. Smite goes off. I do apologise to the viewers of the stream because I didn't actually swap over.
Yeah, you said it was fixed, man.
Oh, I know what it is because I had a countdown timer running in the background, and so as soon as I swapped over to the stream, it swapped it straight back.
Oh,
So we missed the
unlucky.
first sort of like few minutes of the game. I do apologise to everyone for that one.
Yeah, you guys didn't miss much. Except for maybe 5 kills and a dragon over to CBS.
Yeah, they saw the dragon. They saw the dragon fight. As it looks like Yasuo's going to be forced to base here.
Yeah.
TP is going to get forced out.
Blade's gonna go down. Mordekaiser at least gets 1 maybe. Wait, he just
He
tanked
did
2
indeed.
tower
It means that
shots.
Yasuo can say they do have the ultimate available as well. They're going to go in, look for the stun. Ultimate's going to get dropped, and now just going to absolutely burst.
Nice. Beautiful.
Perfectly played there.
Beautiful play there. Use the ult damage to kill the CC'd Mordekaiser before he can put a shield down.
Yeah, it was very nicely played there.
Bit of a blunder there from Mordekaiser tanking those 2 tower
that-
shots, thinking that Jax
Yeah,
was
that
gonna
was a
recall.
huge mistake. It just gives up all of the pressure they had. It lets the Jax push out that wave. They get a free reset. They're going to go ahead and crash it. Get a free base off. And they're not going to lose anything for it. So,
Yeah.
Mordekaiser wasn't in winning position there and just threw it all away. It's always sad when stuff like that happens because you just feel like really silly when it happens. Because everyone's done
Yeah.
it and you just feel like, well, that's a tilter.
Yep, vision cleared there. Oh, you just saw blue buff got reset there.
Did it?
He just took it now. Yeah, it reset when he went for the Grom. I saw it in the corner of my
There's
eye.
going to be a pillar come out, but it's just going to bounce Benboy towards the tower.
Oh.
As Lipsy's going to go ahead. They did get
Okay,
cannon.
thank God.
The
Oof.
spot wave here is going to push in
That was a bit risky
for
there.
side of CBS, so you're going to push that in, take a reset. And
Maybe. I think they might fake reset right in the bush.
looks like they are going for it, but for now, Herald has been started off. There's going to be action here on two fronts.
Yep,
As
Mordekaiser ult goes out on the Jax.
down there.
Flash coming
Yeah,
out from
flash is
Mordekaiser
followed.
as
There's
well.
going to be the flash there from Yasuo, but they're going to come out right on top of the Trundle. But there is going to be a Wukong here to join it. There is going to be a Ziggs.
Yeah, I don't know if they
Ziggs
want
here
to
is
fight.
roaming though. They do have the ultimate. They are in range for it, but this isn't going to be much else. So there is going to be an engage here in the bot lane. There is going to be a Talia on their way soon as Leah Dagashi is going to take out the Kai'Sa.
Talia.
Here comes the Talia though. Ultimate is going to end up coming through.
Nope.
Here,
Oh,
here
it
comes.
is.
They're going to come through. Oh no, the hook is going to miss. They're both
Oh,
going to get bopped back. It's going to be a double kill over onto Benboy. So they're going to pick up that one finally on the back of that one. That's really unfortunate for Little Sparrow.
yeah.
Having
Quite
Benboy
unlucky.
hooked underneath the tower there would have been absolutely massive. As Inzorni Wolf is going to wrap around here on the Trundle. There's not a lot of health left onto Yasuo, but they are going to pop that ultimate. They are going to miss the E.
Yeah.
Stun
No ult
comes
on Mord
through.
either.
They're just going to let Inzorni Wolf pick the rest of this one up as they're just going to go ahead and come to death. Kill given over to the Jax. And that is now a 2-0-1 Jax. They are still down a bit of CS, but they do have the gold advantage, 600 there.
Yep.
That is a 1,200.
It's really up
lead there
to
for the Trundle.
Talia here to try and carry. She has all the kills of
Yeah, she's got
Krill.
the.
They do have the team fight potential later on in the game with the ultimates from Wukong and Rel. So we're just gonna have to see how those stones smack the faces of CBS.
There is a lot of crowd control and a lot of engage here on the side of CBS though. If they want to get hold of this Talia when she doesn't have a flash, they will get hold of this Talia.
Yeah.
We'll just have to see how they go and play around that. As Dragon is up in the next minute, you can see Krusty Crew has got 4 members down here. They are going to clear out the wards. They are just going to take hold of that scuttle. Possibly look here for an engage. It's going to be the ult coming out here from the Wukong. Oh, Little Sparrow's just going to miss his Agathos onto the wall. He's going to throw out that depth charge, knock up all the members, but clean pick there from the side of Krusty Crew and a bit of an overstay from Little Sparrow. They weren't buddy systeming when they went for the ward. As there is an engage here on the top side, it's going to be the stun come through. They're going to get pulled back, but there's a lot of damage coming through with that Sheen, and do get it returned there with the isolated Q, but cooldowns are up for Yasuo. Let's see if they actually go ahead and re-engage. They do have the ultimate available. As mid lane again.
I don't know if he wins
There's
it
going to be
though.
a flash force that from Benboy.
Yep.
Pulled back here onto Yasuo. Ult's going to get popped. Stun is going to go down. They are going to be able to get that shield off. Q's going to come down. It's going to be a very dead Jax. Shutdown goes over as well, as there should be some more action here around the bot side. Now what they really need to do here for the side of CC is just let Ugly Matt wait a minute. He's incredibly low.
Oh yeah. I know what he's doing.
Bomb is going to come out on CC
Okay.
cancels.
Ult comes
Let's see if we
out.
get Ash Arrow.
He's
It's
still
gonna-
slowed. Stun comes
There's no
out.
depth charge available. They're not able to pick up the CC cancels just yet as Leo Dagashi is forced to actually go away. They're only get belly bopped. Sorry, not belly bopped. They're going to get bopped there by the Talia. As Wukong is going to go in. Lipsy Cat is going to get caught in the Magnet Storm. TP is going to come out here from the Jax. It's going to be a 3v3.
Jax is coming out.
They
They might be able to clean up
It should
here.
just be a clean one here for CBS. They are going to go ahead, pick up the roll on the backside. Exalted Wolf is incredibly low. Aren't able to pick up anything there. Yasuo is just going to get bopped back by Benboy, but could just end up running Benboy down. They do not have the flash, but they do have the ultimate available if they need it. And things are going to come back to a neutral state.
Nautilus
They are
might
aware
be...
that
Oh, they see
know
Wukong.
he's there. He is
They
going to
see
have his
Wukong.
W to actually sort of like get out soon enough.
And that is blue buff going to kill
They're
him?
just going to re-engage and Sonic Wolf is going to pick that up. You can hear the chop come down as Benboy is then forced to ult out as well. So this should just be the dragon given over to the side of CBS. It's going to be their second dragon of the game. Able to pick up a bunch of kills.
Very extended
Yeah,
fight
that
though.
went on for quite some time, but
TP from both top laners there.
see if anything else goes on as Benboy's just going to force Yasuo out. What I would
Second dragon goes over
What
to
I would
CBS.
like to see is either Yasuo goes back and starts matching top, or you actually just do a lane swap here. I mean, on the side of...
I think Jax will go back top
What I
lane.
want to see Krusty Crew do is actually just make sure that the Jax can't scale into the late game and just do a lane swap. Try and see if you can get him forced away, because if you've got the Wukong, Rel, and the Kai'Sa there, he's going to get forced out from quite a lot of farm. But Mordekaiser seems to be doing a decent enough job. They have picked up 2 plates. They do have a 30 CS lead. I think the gold between them is actually, dead even. Turret plating is going to go down.
Ooh.
I feel like the Mordekaiser still
He
wins
wants
this.
to fight this.
Possibly. They don't have the W anymore.
to-
This is just going to be...
Sunder is up though for
It's going to come
Jax.
down. The Q is going to land. It's going to be a flash away. It's going to be a very close fight, but... Dutchy was also just there over the wall. They could have W'd over at any point to go and help that, but isolated 1v1 goes off in the favour of Yasuo. They're going to pick up that farm under tower, get a reset off to bases. Things kind of go back to neutral, but sitting here in the bush.
Let's see if the Kai'Sa oversteps
Depth
here.
charge is
As
available.
Rel is roaming
The
mid.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow is available. We should see it get fired out one after the other. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And unlucky there. I mean, she did walk up. They could have sent it whenever, really.
Well, Rel Engage is going to miss, but the stun is still going to come out. Bomb is going to come through. It's actually going to hit on CC cancel. It's going to be a kill going over. Leo Dagashi is still alive. Ignite is just about going to fall off.
Just barely.
He's going to walk out. Lipsy Cat could get picked up on the side of this. There's going to be the engage here. The Luden's actually picking up.
Oh, the Ludens.
Ziggs at the back end of that as Benboy's going to keep going forward. Going to get a seismic shot down and does get a double kill into the back pocket. Picking up the Nautilus there at the end of the fight as there is another engage here on the top side. There's going to be non-stop top action as Hella's going to come down, Q's going to come down to follow, but this is going to be another dead Mordekaiser. And there's a killing spree there for Yasuo. So this really is just a battle of the team's main carries. You've got Yasuo here on the top lane, incredibly fed on Jax, and you've got Benboy in the mid lane, incredibly fed on this Taliyah.
Yeah. But that is just a shutdown waiting to be taken for the team of CBS and Buzz. I mean, Ashe does have quite a few kills over the combined 0-7 of CC's
The
bot
thing that
lane.
we pointed out earlier as well is that CBS do have the tools, they do have the CC to be able to pick the targets that they want.
Yeah.
It's just about making sure that you can actually get a pick onto Benboy, and I think the avenue towards that is just going to be flash depth charge from the Nautilus. Force Benboy's flash out, and once that's on cooldown again, force it whenever you can.
Yeah.
Just make sure that he doesn't have to
See
flash.
Wukong here hovering. Ward goes down, spots the Wukong.
No objectives up on the
Here's
map
the
right
vision.
now, but this could just be Inzorti Wolf getting picked off. Flash is going to come through from the roll, but that's a nice shot back. There is no stun to follow up. Inzorti Wolf is incredibly tanky, but I don't know if they can survive this, as they are going to get ticked down there by the red buff, actually,
By the red buff.
of the Wukong. So, nice pick from them. Bit of a mistake there from Inzorti Wolf, and there's a shutdown given over.
Yep.
I never knew you could do that. Look, you could
Trades Scuttle Crab for his life.
Have it. Just look a bit wonky, but would you look at that?
Oh wow.
I've
Yeah,
never
look at
done that before. So Rift Herald is going to get summoned here into the bot lane. Enchanted Crystal Arrow has actually come out in the top lane to see if this actually lands. It's actually going to land here onto the Mordekaiser.
Oh, it does hit.
Also a tanking tower.
And he's taking
Stunned
tower
pretty
damage.
much for, what, 3-4 tower shots? There's another stun that's going to come through here from the Jax. He's going to finish that one off. That is going to be Yasuo here on a rampage. And the
Well played.
bot lane turret didn't actually go down, even though the Rift Herald was dropped as well. So, that's a kill in the top lane. No turret going down. So CBS just winning out there. This Mordekaiser is not having a good time.
I'm interested to see though is in about a minute and 52 seconds. Next dragon will come up
It's
here.
50 seconds for next dragon.
50 seconds. Yep. Wukong doesn't have ult.
They are going to see the pillar come
So,
through. Are they going to go
let's
for the
have to see
hook
how
on
this
Rel? They are not. There's a. Yasuo's just going to farm away the Gromp there. See if Dutchy actually spots this one out. Or just best they can take. And as CBS are looking to reset now. They got 30 seconds till the dragon comes up. You can see that the members that do need bases are all taking their bases.
Yeah. They're gonna have to walk into Fog of War here though, and I will expect Taliyah to be waiting for just one person
And
to
it
walk
looks like
up.
that one person is going to be Inzorti Wolf as the engage is going to come through. They're going to get knocked back. Goodbye, Inzorti Wolf. The Benboy is legendary. You now have no jungler for the dragon. And Yasuo is
It
walking.
seems like it's gonna be PC third dragon. Looks
Again,
like
they're
it.
not buddy systeming to get rid of the wards or get vision. They're not getting vision as a team, they're getting vision as individuals.
Yeah.
Just means that Krusty Crew are able to get a free pick going to be the third dragon of the game, going over in favour of them, unless Comet can steal it.
Almost.
Lisuo's just going to look for another kill. They've used all their cooldowns. Goodbye, ugly man. I think you will not be able to survive this as the ult gets dropped. Here comes the counter-strike. You do not have your flash yet. Yasuo does leap strike to a minion. As they are going to go ahead and pick that one up. There we are.
There we go.
As this is actually engaged here into the bot lane. Benboy is going to miss absolutely everything, but Wukong is in the area. Lidget is going to throw his down. He's going to also miss all of their abilities, but going to end up winning out on that trade as Zornity Wolf is here too. I don't know if they can actually go ahead and fight this. Ash Arrow is available. It looks like both teams are just going to go ahead and back off. So wave is going to get cleared. This could be an Ash Arrow angle.
I saw what he was going for.
I like the
liked
idea.
it.
I don't like the execution. One thing that could actually just happen there is Arrow goes out first, and it just means they can follow up the CC as TP is going to get forced out. There's going to be Benboy joining here in the mid lane.
Yeah.
They do have that flash if they want to go ahead and flash, but it's going to be the engage here from Elsprout. They're going to go forward. Benboy has that flash. Can they force it out? It's going to be a very important cooldown. Flash is going to get forced out.
Flash from Talia. They can just kill the Rel. Rel sacrifices
Big
herself.
cooldown as Yasuo's going to go forward. They don't have the mana actually. Dutchy's going to be here as well.
You might want to get out of there. He doesn't really have the mana.
It's going to be double
Flash comes out.
Going to come out.
2 flashes comes out.
That's a big shutdown going over to the Mordekaiser as Benboy is actually going to get picked off here. They don't have flash. Anchor goes out. This is going to be Leo Nagashi getting picked. Where'd that tower shot go?
Nautilus.
Oh, it's Nautilus. Ah, okay.
Yeah. I thought it was Ash as well. Wow, that's a shutdown going over to, who was it? Maybe the Trundle?
Believe so. It looks like it.
You can check game chat, I think it'll say.
How do you open game chat again? I can't remember the hotkey. Yeah, it's Trundle. I'm
Yeah,
just
Trundle.
Open.
Yeah, I want to see if they talk
I want
smack.
to see some smack talk. There's none so
None
far.
so far?
I'm incredibly disappointed. Teams do better.
Me too. Well, the one time I tried to do it, I almost got a...
What was it that you... what?
A little punishment. I said nice TP.
Oh, well,
That's
that
all
was
I
against
said.
Lost to Boris, wasn't it?
No, that was against 7 Deadly
Oh,
Sins.
that was at the start of the tournament.
Yeah, Annie TP'd into towers playing Xerath, and I was just able to 100 to 0 her right when she TP'd.
Speaking of 100 to 0s, there is going to be another gank here in the top lane. They are going to actually...
Mordekaiser ult does come out, but Trundle trades it back, ulting
I
the
feel like
Mordekaiser. I don't
Trundle
think he
just
wins
wins
out
those,
here.
and then it's going to be coming back out.
Yeah.
They're going to finish it off. That's another kill over for Yasuo, as there is an engage here in the mid lane. First going to go in. It's going to be Little Sparrow picked off as the Wukong Cyclone's going to come through. Talia's going to ult her way in as well. Yasuo's in the middle of them, but I don't know if they can actually burn for everyone, as there is going to be an Ash ult. There's going to be Benboy picked off. There's going to be a large amount of gold. Wait,
I think he might be able to win this.
They are going to get picked up there by the Wukong at the end of it. Wukong's going to go forward. They're going to get the red buff close here onto Lipsycat. There's going to be Lipsycat flashing.
Yeah. Flash is way too late.
Inserting Wolf is here though. They do have the thing. They're going to flash forward, chomp down, and they're going to win this one as well. Wukong has
No
got
meta
the
on this guy
they
either.
Use the last of it on that Q. Inzonity Wolf chomp is nearly there, and there it goes. And it's going to be the ice for CBS. And the entire time that was going on, there's this lovely person here pushing here on this turret.
Gonna get 500 or 600 gold into the back pocket when he gets the tower.
Nah,
If he does.
Mordekaiser's here just in
I think he
time.
will actually.
But, wow, yeah, okay. Nice play.
That Ash Arrow was quite
Was
clutch there.
indeed, as oh no. Oh, not again. Oh, not again.
Rel is there to provide. I don't know if Mordekaiser has full.
Mordekaiser does not have his ultimate.
back up either.
I'm just going to walk away from it.
Alright.
It's just going to force the Mordekaiser to back off as
Yep. Next dragon's up
thank you Lipsy for that
in
one.
45 seconds. No, pretty much no sums on either team here.
And this
Yeah.
is going to be kind of one of the fights that is probably going to either blow the game open. As just want to see if anything is going to happen here with Benboy, as Arrow was coming in but it's going to go wide. Saw that fired from base. Nice bit of poke there from Lipsycat. This is the one thing that I really like CBS actually doing, is even though they have lost the arrow, Ziggs is going to offer you so much zone control, and CC are going to have to walk into this. They're going to have to actually
I want to see him throw some mines out in the choke.
Well,
point
this
there.
is going to be the Trundle Pillar going down. I want to see the mines actually come through, like you said, here on the choke point. But Little
Come on,
Sparrow is
don't
actually
know.
here on the side. They do have the armor available. Are actually going to dodge away from the vision. They do not know that he is there. He is in the flank position. It's going to be the Talia going here onto the back line. Talia's going to go forward, but they are way too close to everyone. They are going to die incredibly soon. They're going to get picked off by the bomb there from Lipscat, but Cyclone on the back side is going to end up picking up the Ziggs. Ziggs does go down. Yasuo's going to try and trade it back on the Duchy. They're going to leave him to the back line, pick up the rail. It's going to be the Anzoni one in the Death Realm. Going forward, Yasuo's going to leap here onto the Kaiser and pick that one up on the end.
Yeah, I think Jax is going to clean this up.
Jack should be able to get everyone. Shutdown is going to go forward. They're just going to help him get the stun. It's going to be a triple kill coming out for the Jacks. Will they be able to pick up their chalk?
Replay.
And they're just going to go forward. They're going to dodge away from that. They do have the lethal tempo stacked. Going to get knocked away. Q is going to come up now.
Tower
and
shot.
That is going to be 4
There it
kills
is.
onto the side of Jax, the only surviving member of that fight. And it will be a 4-4-5 in favour of CBS with this lovely man on your
Yeah.
screen.
And I think Jax will start up the dragon here as well.
Yeah.
You know, secures the objective that everyone fought and died valiantly for. As you see the TP coming out from Ziggs, there to just help secure it.
It also gives you tempo on the map because it means that you can get into that mid lane sooner, push that wave out, maybe look for the turret. Doesn't look like Yasuo's going to base after this one. Just walk away and base. I would like to see them just sort of use Ziggs to pressure the turret or just defend the bot side. It looks like they're going to go forward and do, but big fight there for CBS. Even though it was just a 4-for-5, them getting Soul Point is incredibly important for them. And well played by Little Sparrow.
I mean, also in that team fight, I mean, that was pretty much one of the best team fights Krusty Crew could get. I mean, they got the knock up, they got the CC on the Ashe, plus the Ziggs. They were all just kind of caught out, but it really didn't matter because Jax was just way too fat.
There was a couple of
to just, you know, sustain through
there
all
were
those
a couple
fights.
of crucial mistakes that I saw from Krusty Crew because they're the ones that I was looking coming into this space. Is they wasn't able to actually sniff out the gank. Sorry, not the gank. Sorry, the flank on Little Sparrow. Was able to get a nice knock up. Didn't actually survive too long there in the backside, but was able to just do enough. The big blunder was actually Benboy ulted in way too close and died incredibly quickly in that fight. Actually died to the ultimate, the Mega Inferno bomb of Lipscat. Just died way too soon, as they are currently split pushing in that bot side. They do have the teleport.
Just like Princess Diana.
No. Okay, yeah.
Oh, but it seems like CBS was setting
about
up
to say
Baron
they
here.
really need to start the Baron here. They need to make sure that they burn Benboy's TP, make sure that he can't actually come out for this. But Baron is dropping quickly. It looks like CC are just going to end up giving this one up. They're not here in time. Dutchy's going to try and get forward, but this is going to be Dutchy dying. No, okay. Yasuo's going to go ahead. Benboy has actually teleported in.
There's
they do
the
have
TP
the
from
ultimate
Benboy.
available.
Let's see if the
There's
ult
gonna be a
comes
flash
out.
engage here from Dutchy. Cyclone's going to come through, but they're going to die incredibly quickly. I think Mega Inferno Bomb is going to come through.
Oh, Paizo ult's way too close to
Kaiser's
everyone.
gonna go
Just
down as
runs
well.
in and
It's
dies.
going to be Dark Matter on the back
Flash
side.
comes out on the Mordekaiser.
Benboy is just getting voted out. This seems to be a
Ult's
5-0, or sorry, 4-0 in favour of CBS as Hiller's going to come out. It's going to be a triple kill picked up for Lipsy. Doing work in that fight with the bombs, and there's going to be Baron going over to the side of CBS as well as 4 kills. So this looks like they are going to be equalising here for the game 2. Obviously, game is far from over, but objective bounty's coming up here for the side of Krusty Crew. They are down 5,000 gold. Soul Point.
Bit of a blunder there from Benboy. I think once Baron's gone, don't even try and TP. Just try and get that tower, push the next wave in, try and get something for your movement away from
Yeah,
the
it's a
team.
nice call there from CBS. They were able to just force. You had Benboy there pushing on the bot side, so they had to do something. So they go to the opposite side of the map, start the Baron, try to force the TP. TP doesn't come out, so they just say, "Okay, thank you, we'll take the Baron." And then Benboy TP's too late.
Yeah, I mean, Benboy just gives away everything. You know, gets rid of the threat of side laning and even uses the CD of teleport for an already lost
Goodbye,
fight.
Wukong.
As
You
you
are
see
death
an
charged. This
engage
is
going
gonna
out
be
on the
Inferno
Wukong.
Bomb. There is a TP behind as well. And, you cannot face check those bushes. They have not reset yet. The one thing that I wanted to point out as well is
They are
that
being
Benboy was
old.
split pushing down there in that bot side. And obviously burnt their TP. They lost Baron for it as well. As a small amount of damage goes out there onto Insomnia Wolf, but they didn't even get that bottom tower for it. There was nothing traded back. They just gave up 4 kills and Baron for nothing. So
That's
Huge
what I'm
mistake
saying.
there by the Krusty Crewers. Ash is actually going to get caught here. They don't have the flash available. They're going to get picked up straight away. Really nice catch there from
Yeah, none of us gets up.
Benboy, able to knock back the Ash, and Nautilus is...
Bit of a disrespect there coming in from the Ash. Just kind of walks in range of this Talia.
Yeah, there's no cooldowns left up on CBS, and Jax wasn't really in a position to be a threat there on the side lane, because obviously no one can deal with this Jax right now. It's basically an impossibility.
Dragon's going to be up in 50 as well.
Short enough cooldown timers for them to be on the map. You can see here that the Krusty Crew don't actually have the crowd control, the vision control that's actually needed, whereas CBS actually being able to get some wards down here into the bot side jungle. So we'll get swept away a little bit by the Wukong.
Yep, Ziggs is there, solo. Let's see if he gets caught.
He should be safe enough, but Benboy does have the ultimate. See if they look to use it. What I think I would like here is just have this Jax push in the mid lane, because no one can actually go and answer that, and just have Little Sparrow here look for a flank. Try and look for a flanking position, because you need to get Benboy. He is all of the damage.
Or maybe just play front to back and get Ziggs to, you know, throw some bombs, put some mines in the choke point there.
The one thing that they really need to do right now is just sniff out the Wukong, as the Scry's Bloom is going to go across the whole of CBS.
Pulling out the dragon.
This is just going to mean that Dutchy's going to go over. They are going to go over into the pit. They are going to look for the steal. They're going to get boxed away, and they're just going to go back over as that should just be the end of that. So, Soul going over to the side of CBS. Isuo is just going to continue the split.
It is
14, 3 and 3. Currently 5,000 gold over their opposite number, or 4.5, as they could look to get picked up here. I think he wins this.
Yeah, I think so too.
There is going to be Inzorni Wolf here.
Trundle's there too. He knows that the Wukong's there.
The rest of CC are here. Enchanting Crystal Arrow has been fired, but is going to miss. As Leo is actually just pushing here in the top side. Mid wave has been pushed in by the Ziggs. It looks like it's just going to be a play for the next Baron. I can't see much else going on.
Slow and steady wins the race.
I mean, they have the zone control to do it. Obviously, the big factor there is the Trundle pillar, as well as just Ziggs as a champion.
Yeah. No need to take any risks, really.
We'll see what ends up happening as CBS get into position for this. Start laying down the vision. Again, I'll highlight it. Krusty Crew have absolutely no tools to be able to actually get in here, as they are going to get forced out of their topside jungle. Yasuo's going to look to split push here on the bottom side. Let's just check. 30 seconds left on that teleport. So that will be up in time for that Baron, as we might see the two laners have a fight.
It seems like that's going to be the case.
Here from the Jax, they're just going to get knocked away here, slowed. Stun might come out, but there is still a flash here from Ugly Man Thing. There is going to be an engage here on the top side. I will end up having to swap it back, as Benboy is actually going to come flying in. The hook is going to miss, but this is going to be them going in too deep. They do have the flash available. Zhonya's is going to get popped. Ren is going to go down. This is going to be the Wukong getting dropped as well, as the...
Oh, and here comes a TP as well from Jax.
Away from it. This is, yeah, just going to get absolutely wiped to face the earth. Benboy again making a massive blunder, going too deep in, getting hit by the crowd control. Depth charge is able to come through. They use the Zhonya's instead. Use the flash out afterwards, but they're already dead, and it looks like this will just be game for CBS. They will equalise this game 1-1. Mordekaiser will not be able to stop this. 30-second death timers for cancels, as well as Benboy. 4 members here in the mid lane. You can see the Mordekaiser is here backing Satchel charge.
Oh, look at that
it's
satchel.
Go down.
I don't think that's going to hit anything.
Totally missed. But either way, this is going to be
that doesn't matter.
1-1. CBS are going to equalise the series, as for whatever reason my camera's going.
We have a fucking series on our hands now.
Absolutely do, as I am going to be incredibly smart and actually do it properly. Oh, it works! Almost. It almost works. My post-game screen is almost working.
Oh.
I say almost because it's not entirely working.
Almost. Alright guys, people who are watching, don't forget to like, please. It really helps the discoverability. It also supports us and the games that you guys are watching.
does indeed. So we are just going to go on for a small break. I'll just pop the timer back on. If it'll actually let me. Will it let me? Please let me.
I'll allow it.
Allow it. We will just go for another sort of like 5-minute break, and we'll be back with you soon. Okay, we're just going to quickly run back in because the teams have actually gone ahead and kicked off draft. So we're just going to go ahead and throw it in straight away as CBS are now on to the... Oh god, I need to stop my countdown timer as well.
They want to keep the momentum going.
I'm going to not make the mistake I made last time and have a countdown timer running in the background, so I swap the swap the stream. But yeah, we are going to see CBS here taking the blue side. So Krusty Crew lost last game, they had side selection, took the red. And on the side of CBS, we are going to see the bands of Swain, Maokai, and the Aurelian Soul.
Same bands.
Just making sure that Ben Boy can't get his Swain. And again, Lipsy Cat is taken away from that Vagar, which I think is a smart choice. I don't know if it's wise to just ban out Lipsy, though.
Yeah.
He's got a decent enough champion pool to just make things work. We saw it last game with the Ziggs. We know that he can play the Ahri really well because he's absolutely popped off before. And we know his Vagar has had multiple MVP performances, so we'll see how this draft ends up playing out. So, what are you expecting to see out of these two teams now that we've had a 1-to-1 series?
Ash first pick.
There we go.
Please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we were speaking about this just during that quick break, is that the Ash first pick is the one that we want to see. It's probably the strongest AD carry in the meta right now. It gives you so many options to start fights.
Yeah. It also gets rid of the comfort of cancels.
Yep, absolutely.
They can't go their Ash Milio lane, which is probably their most comfortable and strongest.
So the critique that we had in Game 1 for CBS is that they didn't have enough agency, and in Game 2 it was all agency. They had a Nautilus, they had Trundle Pillar, they had Zig Zone Control, and they had the Ash Arrow. So, what are you...
Kai'Sa again, first pick again, and Rel being picked.
Looks
as
like
well.
they're just running it back.
See if that's going to be jungle or support again. I think they might swap it around. I think they might go jungle Rel again.
See, what I'd like to... So, the Rel doesn't actually farm that quick and is mainly there just to sort of like be quite gank heavy. One thing that I'd like Inzonity Wolf to pull out is it'd just be something like the Fiddlesticks and just farm.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be the Nautilus again. Teams are just seemingly running things back right now. I would expect that to be a Nautilus in support. I wouldn't like to see it in the jungle. It'd be sort of like...
I hope they pick mid here. I hope they pick like an Ahri.
I would
or
like to see
something.
the Ahri personally. I think the Ahri is incredibly strong right now.
Save the jungle and top lane pick.
But it looks like it's just going to be the Ziggs blind.
Okay. Yeah. I
One
like that.
thing this does open up is if Benboy actually wants to go ahead and play an assassin and just look to just kill the Ziggs in lane.
Yeah.
But it looks...
There's Emilio. So it is a Rel
As long as
jungle.
it gets locked, don't get baited yet. Oh no,
I'm
my
not.
chair broke. What's going on?
I knew it.
Okay, I think I'm fine. What's going on with my chair? My chair, no. Go forward. Why don't you go forward? Oh.
Jax, man.
Who would have thunk it? Oh, there we go.
I mean, that's. I don't think that even really solves the issue. I think there's multiple champs that work well into Mordekaiser, and I'm almost 100% certain this guy is still going to go Mordekaiser.
Yeah, I mean, there's actually the ban.
Oh, it got banned.
There's the ban. Maybe it just takes away from comfort, but...
Yeah, I think it's going to be a
I'm
war
going to be
pick
honest,
now.
from Krusty Crew, I just want to see them pick a tank. Just an engaged tank. Just take an Ornn.
Yeah.
Just pick on. And there's the Malphite banned away.
Malphite
So there's
banned
one
out.
of the ones that I wanted to see as well. Is this Siva?
Guys,
Kai'Sa red, but Siva. Siva.
Yeah, I don't know.
Siva Rel,
I mean-
might I add.
Work with. It's Sivir Milio.
Siva Melio, yeah, sorry. I don't know. Yeah,
That
Siva
works.
Melio's not too bad, but like they're still going to lose the lane into Ash Nautilus. Like, if Nautilus ever
Yeah.
lands a hook, they just die.
I don't think they're looking to win lane now. I think they're looking to just scale up and play
Possibly, but
teamfights.
it's like kind of risky as there. I was about to say that Melio
Into
Melio
Sivir.
suffers heavily against these kind of hook champions, and there's already a Nautilus on the team. One other, one
It's
other,
gonna be Nautilus support or Nautilus
yeah,
jungle.
one
I mean.
other possible solution is just taking something like a Thresher or Blitzcrank. But
Let's see the top lane pick here. It's gonna be blind. Akshan.
I don't know if I like the Akshan here. I don't really. There's a bit of a mismatch with the team in the sense that their front line isn't really going to be much of a front line because Blitzcrank isn't entirely too tanky and is just going to pull a member back into them. But
Yeah.
I feel like the team of like Krusty Crew are kind of okay with going into them because they've already got the Kai'Sa that wants to poke and then dive onto the back line. Rel obviously wants to go in. Siva's going to have a lot of movement speed. We'll just see what their final pick is because if it's one of these tanks that wants to frontline.
It'll be a Warwick. Evelyn? Oh no, they're gonna run it back. That was a fail pick. They didn't pick in time, I think. Is that allowed though? I mean, they waited it out. They should have to play it, right?
Unless they DC'd.
No. I don't think they DC'd. I think they were waiting for a pick, and the dude didn't decide a pick, so the timer ran out, and champion just got locked in.
Well,
It's not a bug.
they said pick bug.
I don't know about that.
Well,
The timer ran out. That's what happens when you play in tournament mode. It's happened to me a few times in Clash, where someone doesn't pick their champion time and it picks a champion for you. Completely random.
Yeah, the only thing that I can think of there as well, though, is that, you know, when it comes up and says, like, we've encountered an error when you're trying to pick, and it just won't let you do it.
Yeah, maybe.
Either way, it looks like they are just going to be running it back. So we've had two mishaps in drafting, one after game 1 and game 3 now. So they're just going to go ahead and run back draft. They're not going to do it in the same order. They're just going to go ahead and pick absolutely everything. As
Yeah. Just do random bans. You're going to pick all their champions, and then top one's going to be picked. Oh, not random bans, so to speak.
yeah, I think we are just going to see it as a run back. So we had the teams essentially locked. So on the side of CBS, it was the Akshan top, Nautilus in the jungle, Ziggs in the mid lane, and then you had the Ashe Blitzcrank in the bottom lane. And they was up against the composition so far was the Kai'Sa in the mid lane, Milio, Sivir in the bot, and a Rel jungle. Whose draft do you favour in that? Because I'm not a fan of either of them personally.
I don't know. I think CBS have more.
Oh, there's a Nasus. So it
there's
looks
a
like they're
Nasus.
just going to go over Nasus top against the Akshan.
Okay. Yeah, there's the Nasus pick. I think after the Nasus pick, I think I favor CBS. I think Akshan can bully Nasus very early game. They can kind of stop them from scaling.
The only issue that I find is that as soon as like Nasus gets to a certain point and he puts his wither down on the Akshan stops becoming a hero.
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah, but Akshan has a
grappling hook to get away. Yeah.
grappling hook. Yeah. So it should be fine. But yeah, it might nullify his engage and kill threat later on.
Yeah.
And it also might be kind of a pain in the ass if left unchecked. If Nasus goes side lanes.
Yeah, the Akshan could definitely struggle against the Nasus because as soon as Nasus gets to a certain point, Akshan's not going to be able to kill him, and Nasus just going to be able to heal off the minions. Like
Yeah.
all Nasus has to do is like keep queuing minions to lifesteal and then wither him, and then Akshan can't actually do anything about it. So CBS are going to be on a little bit of a timer because this comp from the Krusty Crew will end up outscaling with the Nasus.
Oh yeah, they're trying to scale very hard this game.
Yeah, they've got the Sivir, they've got the Nasus. Kai'Sa obviously does a lot
Look at them swapping.
in the late game.
Oh, is it Blitzcrank jungle?
Surely not, right?
I think it might be Blitzcrank jungle. No, I mean it
Does
works.
it?
Yeah. Oh, it does. You go PTA Blitzcrank, and you go kind of
Yeah,
like
but
an
your
80
clear
build
would be
with,
awful.
Yeah, your clear would be bad. I think they're just swapping just for a little bit of fun.
Yeah, I definitely prefer the Blitzcrank here in the bot lane. I've
Yeah, me
pointed
too.
out that I'm not entirely a fan of the like Nautilus jungle Blitzcrank support. The Melio does struggle quite heavily into hook champs. Like he definitely has a bad time against them.
Yeah. If Sivir just stands in front and blocks,
But like what I would like to see is I
Blocks
would
the
like
hook.
to see like the Nautilus has more engage options with his ultimate as well as his hook.
yeah.
So I would have liked to see the Nautilus actually go there into the support position.
I think it's probably better if Nautilus is jungle because then he could affect all 3 lanes with that extra CC and engage.
Maybe in
I mean, he could if for example he could go early into Nasus.
yeah, I mean
there.
in
CC's lock him, force a flash out, and just kind of force him to play.
I mean, in
super
that
safe.
case, if you're going to take the Nautilus jungle, I just don't like the Blitzcrank then. I think that the more useful champion in this composition would be something like the Fresh. And if you don't want to go with the Fresh, if you're going to pair Ashe with someone...
Could have been Emilio as well instead of the Ziggs.
Yeah, I was going to say, the Melio could have been taken alongside the Ashe. I can't remember if the Melio was actually available, though. I can't remember what pick order...
Yeah, it was. It was.
The other thing that you can actually do if you want like a little bit more aggression is just wait for the Melio to be picked and just play a Pike. And if you're dead set on using Enchanter, pick a Lulu. Lulu wins the lane against Emilio.
Yeah. But I think between Pike and Blitzcrank, I think Little Sparrow is a little bit more comfortable on the Blitzcrank.
Yeah, definitely. Can't say that I'm entirely
Yeah,
a
I
fan
see where
of
you're
it,
getting
but
at.
we will see how they end up pulling
Oh,
it
we'll
off,
see.
because if they just start landing hooks on this Melio, then this Melio is going to have a very bad time. And
Not so fun.
the other thing is that Ashe does have like control of this lane against the Sivir. Does have that longer range. Obviously, the W is an incredibly annoying poke tool. So I'm just going to see if I can swap over to this properly. I can. Would you look at that? Just get rid of that timer. because currently there's 1 minute 20 left plus the spectator delay.
We'll go for a little toilet break.
Exactly. Have a little break. Get ready for this hype game 3. It is going to be the third game of this upper bracket final series. Obviously, the winner of this game will then go into grand finals and take away that undefeated streak from their opponent. So, after this game, either CBS or Krusty Crew are going to end up with a blemish on their record, their first ever loss in the Sunday Cup here. Wait, Zed, are you still there, or is you being serious about that toilet break?
All right, I'm back. You need to go on yours?
No. I'm holding it. I'm gonna damage my kidney and hold it.
Ladder of steel.
So yeah, just wanted to talk a little bit more. What do you think about CBS's comp? Because it's a comp that I kind of semi expected. It is very much a CBS type comp. It's just not one that I'm personally a fan of. But what's your opinion on it?
I think there are some high highs depending on if the hooks and the catches happen, and there's some very low lows if the engage and the picks
It's
aren't
very
there.
much a high risk, high reward comp then, in your opinion.
Yeah. It also depends on how action maneuvers around the map. Because even if a fight breaks out and people die, if people are low and Akshan is there, he can just kind of bring it
Yeah,
back
we
to
definitely
life.
know how strong this champion is, and we know that Yasuo is actually quite good at this champion as well. He's got a lot of time put into it. I know that there's a decent amount of people in the server that are familiar with Yasuo's Akshan, possibly at their own expense.
Akshan is a very fun
Has he
champion.
played it yet in the tournament?
I don't think so. I think it's been banned most of the time, and he's picked other stuff.
As we are just going to go ahead
I think he might have played Akshan
and
once or
get
twice.
into game. This is going to be game 3, CBS.
Ooh, seems like CC are looking to group up, maybe look for a counter invade. They might be thinking the Blitzcrank and Nautilus will look to hook someone.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's fine. They're just waiting in the bush. They walk forward. They peek out the bush there.
Did they get spotted?
They will
There
be
was no
spotted.
pings that go down.
No, they haven't been. They haven't been spotted yet. Oh! They might have seen him. I think they saw Nasus for a split second. Okay, they're pinging. They might be looking for a lane invade. But if they move, they will be spotted on
There's
the
going to be a
ward.
ward go down.
Ward goes down. Ooh.
It looks like they are just going to
Okay,
go ahead and
they're
back
calling it
away.
off.
Considering the fact that CBS had both a Nautilus as well as a Blitzcrank, and Ashe level 1 is incredibly strong with the slow, she's also got the lethal tempo.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised.
But it's kind of a given, though.
They didn't go for the engage.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a given, though. Everyone expects an invade from a Nautilus Blitzcrank.
I mean, sure, but even then, you've still got 2 hooks. You can just blind hook a bush.
Yeah. I mean, CC kind of expected it. They stacked. So if they did go for that invade, they might have even lost the 5v5 early on.
Possibly, but I mean, I still favour the level 1 here from CBS. I think their champion's just stronger level 1.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got the pick power of both the Nautilus as well as the Blitzcrank, but the main thing is you've just got Ashe. Ashe is way more useful level 1 compared to the Sivir. Again, I've just realised that my music isn't staying on.
Oh, and is the stream on as well? Yeah, it is.
I made sure this time. I made sure that the countdown time wasn't just ticking away in the background as...
Oh, wait, what's happening there?
Was a tower shot taken by Yasuo. Ignite is going to get down.
Yeah.
Ugly man thing.
He went for the level 2 grapple hook. Almost killed him. Up to about 100 HP. Forces the pot out from
Question,
Nasus.
do you think we're going to see the Nautilus go for a level 3 gank here? Yeah, we are. We're just going to sort of like pay attention to that, pan on over here, as I'm going to get rid of my FPS counter, and here comes Nautilus, is going to force the flash out, Slow's going to tag onto the Ashe here. They're in a very bad position here, the hook is going to land, Root is going to come through, CC Counter is going to survive for a little bit, but there's going to be first blood going up to Leo Nagashi. This is going to be a roll coming in, they're going to get the crash land down, stun goes onto the Blitzcrank, knock is going to come through, this is going to force the flash out of the rail. Here comes the slows, to be the flash.
The heal
forward.
comes out, the flash comes
They'll
out from the
tick in,
Nautilus.
but-
The shield tanks the tower shot.
Okay, really nice start there from
Wow.
CBS. A very nice gank here from Inzorni Wolf using that power of the Nautilus. They're just going to hit the level 3 off those camps. Get the kill down in the bot lane. Force the heal as well as the flash from Emilio. As I saw Nasus's health going very low there in the corner of my eye. Well, it does have to be said, it's far harder to commentate and also like look for things on camera than it is to just sit on camera. But we'll keep trying. We got this.
Yeah. I mean, I can take over on the play-by-play, man.
We'll be all good. We'll be all good. As long as I don't keep sniffling as
Yeah, once your voice is gone, I'll just hear your horse coughing. saying,
Oh wait, is this going to happen where you said it's going to be like?
Oh wait, look at Blitzcrank Rel. Oh, Rel engages, or Blitzcrank cooks the Rel, but Scuttle will still be taken.
I was taking
What are
a
you saying?
drink. Yeah, so I was going to say the series is going to possibly go. Oh.
Oh
no.
my god.
Lipsy, we saw that. Lipsy, we saw it.
We saw that.
Can't be doing that. Not in a game 5.
No, he can't.
Game 3, damn it.
Loses a minion and the cannon.
Well, this is going to be a little bit interesting. Have a look at as the hook does connect, but does get spell shielded. As Inzorni Wolf is just going to wrap around. They are level 3 to the level 5 of Ugly Man thing. Yasuo's still sitting.
Oh,
on
but
the
Rel
floor.
is moving up for Krugs.
It does look like Inzorni Wolf is just going to go ahead and back away
Yeah.
there.
I mean, the wave is a bit too stacked
It is
there.
indeed.
If they go for it, Akshan would have to give up some CS.
Well, your prediction was it goes 1-1 and then it becomes a 50-minute banger. So we'll be seeing a 50-minute banger out of this game, do you reckon? Or is it not going to get to 50 minutes because the moment it starts getting as late as that, Nasus is going to essentially take this game over?
Well, I think it'll get to a 50-minute banger, and Nasus will be mega fed. Or at least have a shit ton of stacks. I don't know if that will really determine the game.
Trading is going to go back here.
I guess we'll
He's going to
find
go
out here.
forward. Just get a little bit of poke for some trading here in the bot side. Blitzcrank hook was used. It is up in 4
You
seconds.
see Rel moving mid
Oh,
right here.
indeed. Just keep an eye on that, see if anything goes on, but they're just going to back away. The Blitzcrank is sitting here on a ward. I don't think CC cancels is entirely too worried.
I don't think Blitzcrank cares either. I mean, it's just an avenue for him to hook. They still have to play safe, even though they see him.
Yeah, the spell shield is there for them. So this wave is just going to go ahead and crash in.
See Kaisa getting a plant. And also
Wow,
looking
nice
to
hook,
maybe-
straight over
Oh,
the side.
beautiful
Dark
hook
Matter
comes
does have
over on the
flash, they're
Milio.
going to flash away. They're going to get picked up by Leo Nagashi there on the Ash. Rel is going to come in as well. He's going to force away the flash there. There is going to be a flash possibly to follow, but Bomb is going to go ahead and dissuade them, and Dragon is going to get started as Rel's crash down is going to get cancelled there by the Dragon, but very nice hook over the wall. They are able to pick up the support. But support for support trade. Kill goes on to Ash, and Ben Boy on the Clash is able to pick up the other one as Smite is going to pick up that one. As there is going to be a gank hit in the top side, and Zorni Wolf is here. There is going to be a level 6 hit on the Nasus. Ignite is going to get dropped. Whoever comes out, ult is going to come through. Hook is going to land, and that's going to be Yasuo picking up that kill. And picking up that wave as well. So there's that early game struggle for Nasus, but a very nice gank there by Inzorni Wolf. They are able to pick up something on the opposite side of the map. Dragon goes down in favour of...
Nasus as well went Ghost and TP, so he didn't even have flash there.
Big wave there for the Ash to pick up. Neutralise that CS lead that the Silver is able to pick up.
See if she gets all of them.
Let's count. Hit all of them so far. As
Oh, yeah, all of them so far.
Rel is hovering around, but whether or not the Blitzcrank and Ash will come for this.
All of them. She got all of them.
No. Okay, they're just going to flash forward. They're going to actually get the cancel here onto the Silver, but here's the Rel as well. They're going to crash down. But
Should be able to win this though.
possibly W is going to come out. Hook is going to come out as well. Beautiful play there from the bot lane of CBS, able to pick up another kill. Here's the Wither onto the Yasuo. Do they have? They do have the. They got
No,
the
they
same
don't.
shot available. But oh no,
Oh, he's dead. Oh,
they're just gonna.
he was trying to use the grapple hook there, trying to save his flash, but a little bit What a bit of a blunder
Yeah, they
there.
are just going to get run down. This is going to mean that the Nasus is going to shove this into the tower. Pick up a plate.
Massive wave loss
Yeah,
as well.
The hook shot. No, it's not hook shot. What is it? Just grapple hook, yeah. It's going to
Yeah.
cause them to collide with the Nasus, cause it to get cancelled, and then panic flash afterwards, still die. Incredibly unfortunate there. Is going to actually close that gold lead a little bit. Yeah, it's only 100 difference now. This is not good for the Akshan. This is the Akshan that desperately needs to be winning. Getting this lead over the Nasus. The good news is that the bot lane here for CBS is... Oh, another nice hook.
Oh, another hook
This is
comes
gonna
out
be
on the
hill, and they're
Milio.
gonna get absolutely blown up. They're
Wow.
going to get run down as well. Siva's just going to die underneath the
No man.
turret.
Oof.
As there is actually going to be a gank hit in the mid lane. Hook is just going to go wide. Depth charge is going to come through. It's going to be the bomb come through. Oh, it's going to get flashed away from. Rel is here over the corner. They do have that crash down. They're going to come forward. Flash. Stun. Onto Lipsy He's going to flash away. Crash down is barely going to miss. There's going to be a red buff, but they're going to get picked off by Benboy at the back half of that fight. It's going to be Inzonti Wolf now going to get run down. It's going to be the stun come through from Rel. They don't have the hook yet available. And here comes the remount. That's a double kill in the back pocket of Benboy. As two plates go down on the side of CBS here in the bottom lane. So,
Bit unlucky there. Maybe could have ulted a little bit earlier. Tried to hit the sweet spot as well. I don't know if it just came up when the stun happened. They probably could have 1-0 the Kaiser if that happens.
possibly. Just need to get that CC chain just a little bit better. But alas,
Yeah.
these things do happen in the League of Legends. But CBS still do have that gold lead, and Ash is at an absolutely massive advantage right now.
She's quite
But you
fast.
can see a similar advantage here in the mid lane, even though it's a bit closer. It's going to be a battle of the ADs.
Yeah, I mean,
As Insomnia
Yeah.
Wolf was actually just spotted on this wall down here. Moving.
they got 2 ADCs and they just need
Is
one
this
to be
going to be a
fed.
dive? The Nasus does have ult.
They might try it.
Yeah, it's just going to get called off as... No, Nasus is going to walk forward. Hook is going to come through. There is no depth charge yet on Nautilus, as they are just going to back away. You saw it does go quite low, taking a tower shot there. There is some trading here in the mid lane as well. They're just going to get popped away. It's going to be a Rel here in the bottom side. They are just going to go all out onto this Blitzcrank. Stun is going to come through. They should just get the Blitzcrank picked away. As I said, is going to pick that kill up. And that is going to go into the back pocket of the Sivir. Benboy is also here. The Leo is aware of it. They are just going to get the ward down, but it looks like it's going to possibly be a dive as Wave is going to get cleared there. Nice play from the Ziggs. Nice bit of damage there onto Benboy as well.
I'm trying to cast as best as I can, but it's Minecraft mode
It is.
again.
Oh. That's what happens
Yeah.
when you got the stream at the same
Oh,
time.
no.
I think there's just
Yeah.
other people in the house using the internet as well. As so I was going to sneak in. This is going to be an incredibly full health Nasus though, and I'm just going to go pick up the wave.
Can we have a stack check on the
Can
Nasus?
indeed have a stack check on the Nasus. 93.
Oh, clean. Oh, yeah. I thought that was. All right, 93.
Not great, is it?
No.
By the hesitation. This could be a pick here onto the Kaiser though.
I had to look at the time.
Nothing going to happen there as CBS do have control here over this Baron.
Kaiser does have
Dragon,
TP
sorry.
though.
You are correct, Kaiser does have the TP, Nasus does not, as Hook is going to go out, he's going to miss onto the Rel. There is another Hook here on the Nautilus as they're just trying to keep the Rel away from the fight. They need to desperately protect the Ashe, if she is going to get stunned, it's going to take a large
Kaiser ult will come through here.
Benboy is going to pick up the kill there onto Ashe. They are going to end up picking
Yeah.
another one here onto Lipsy as their Q is going to come up. Or is going to finish off that one. Stun is going to come through here onto the Nautilus. And Nasus is actually just going to pick up the Yasuo on the bottom side of that fight.
Yeah, I mean it was a bit of a split fight there. You saw the Nautilus going to kill the TP or going to kill the Kaiser. You know, she was pretty much a sitting duck there, TPing in, but the rest of the team were just trying to poke the Rel, and that kind of caused Nautilus to be split from his team, and Kaiser to just ult in there, burst down the squishy champs, and kill the tanks afterwards.
One thing that I feel is going to be a really big problem on the side of CBS is that yes, they have a large amount of CC, but they really need to layer it onto the same target, and they need to be able to just like punch through this Rel or this Nasus. And I don't know whether they're going to be able to do that, even if they've got this double AD comp. I don't know. I'm a little bit worried, just because the Nautilus and the Blitzcrank aren't going to be able to provide a good enough front line for the backline of CBS here. But we'll see how this plays out. They are, of course, playing more of a pick comp. The hooks and the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. See if we can actually get it in action, whereas CC Cancels on the other side are playing kind of like a hybrid of a poke and a teamfight comp, as it looks like Yasuo is going to go down.
Fight this.
Crash down is going to come out, is going to get flashed away from the Yasuo, but Benboy is here over the wall, and it's going to be killing spree over the Ugly Man thing. This is going to be an Enchanted Crystal Arrow going wide as well. The bomb does connect, that's going to be another 2 kills over to the side of the Krusty Crew. And
I think the Ash Arrow should have come out sooner.
yeah, it should have been a bit more telegraphed, but it's not looking very good for CBS.
They could have set that up. Yeah, they could have set that up a little bit earlier with their globals. They probably could have gotten out.
Either way, a very good response there from the Krusty Crew. Obviously, Benboy there roaming up. First turret is actually going to go down in the top side here, as it looks like Dark Matter may get hooked. They are going to get flashed away from. And that is a another Summoner Spell burn. So Blitzcrank is paying dividends here in this bot side. They have been able to generate like a pretty decent advantage, but whether or not it can translate into the game win for them is another question, as Lipsy Cat appears to be under threat with Dutchie behind them. They are just going to go ahead and see them now, and here comes Kaiser. They are going to dash in, and they're just going to absolutely bark Lipsy.
He's dead.
Nothing he can do there. It's a 2-item Kaiser against a Components Ziggs. As Little Sparrow is actually going to be able to land a silence. He's only going to go through it. Oh, it's going to get popped.
But Rella is here for the counter.
Yeah, Spro's just got so much damage. They're going to get stunned. Loads of CC down on Leo. They're going to heal, but they are actually going to get dropped here by the Sivir. Here comes the Kaiser as well. It's going to be a flash here from Dutchie. They're going to go forward. Little Sparrow goes down after the flash. Benboy burning his flash there as well. There's a lot of damage here on Inzonity Wolf as well.
Yeah, I think Kaiser has her... Yeah, she does have her W evolve.
Game is only going to get rougher here from CBS.
I think I would like to see Ziggs move topside and just maybe lane against the Nasus, clear out the wave, and kind of free up Akshan to do stuff.
I prefer Akshan laning against the Kaiser and the Ziggs going against the Nasus, just because even if he gets withered, he can just sort of like blast out, and he can just wave clear more effectively than what Akshan can.
Yeah.
Ziggs is under less threat, has more range as well. But yeah, Benboy's definitely on a tear this game. You can see he's already got the 8 kills in his back pocket. I'm just going to swap it over to the gold lead. He's double the gold of Lipsy Cat, sitting at 8,800. Yeah, it's going to be a very painful game for CBS as long as it continues in this manner. As
I've seen Nasus sees Nautilus.
Hook is going to come out, he's going to actually be able to land it, but they do have the ult, they do have the ghost. It looks like they're just going to be able to walk out of this one. The step charge is going to come through. Ult is going to get popped, they're going to walk forward, they're going to try and get some damage here onto Yasuo, but I'm going to get popped back by the Ziggs, and that's a shutdown over to the side of Yasuo.
But in the meantime, mid tower tier 1 has been taken.
Certainly not the one you want to go down. Dragon is also up in 40 seconds. And Krusty Crew have total control of the map in this game, as it looks like they are actually going to go ahead and path towards the Rift Herald.
Rift Herald?
See if that...
It's kind of hard to see.
Is it just total potato mode?
Yeah, yeah. I can make out the outlines.
Fair enough, well...
As we see... Wow, look at all that speed coming in.
But this is just going to be Little Sparrow going to his doom. Sivir gets popped and the rest of the team gets run down. That is going to be Dragon over to the side of the Krusty Crew. I'm just going to go ahead and see if this works. Oh great, it won't even let me stream anymore. Why is it doing that? Uno Secundo, I'll try and get everything going, as there is going to be a hook actually land onto Dutchie. They are going to go in, try and get the team fight going off. It's going to be Yasuo ulting onto the back line. He's going to be able to pick up the melee on the backside, and it's going to actually be a one fight for CBS. As Benboy is actually going to go in, not able to pick up Lipsy Cat on the backside, but they are going to be able to pick up Akshan. They're going to get absolutely everything. That is a quadra kill for Benboy with Zig's getting picked up at the back of the pit. Okay, so I did say it was a one fight for CBS, but not anymore. That is actually going to go the way of... Just make sure it's on directed camera for now as I try and get the stream back up. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what's I don't know what's happening with Discord. It's been really weird. It should come back now though. But yeah, there was a one fight there for CBS, and then it got turned by Ben Boy, who got a quadra kill.
And Zig died to the dragon.
Did indeed. Glad you saw that, as Nasus is just going to get picked off here in the mid lane with a double hook comp. Is the thing looking any better? The stream?
No, but that's fine. That's fine.
Tis a shame. Tis a shame indeed.
It is indeed.
But alas, yeah, this is looking incredibly rough for the side of CBS, as it looks like CC Cancels is just going to get absolutely blown up by Akshan. That's what we need to see. We need to see Akshan dominating the side lane. Needs to be nowhere near this Nasus.
Yeah. I want Ziggs to be matching him. Seems like Krusty Q are going for Scuttle here. Or not Scuttle, Rift Herald.
I would actually like to see CBS fight this. It's currently a 3v4 if they actually go for it. There is also the Ziggs in the area. This hook is actually going to go out.
Trying to.
But
It does go wide. Both of them do.
Krusty Q is going to walk out with the objective. As Void Seeker is also going to go wide there as well. So, we're nearly 20 minutes into the game. Baron is going to be spawning very soon. If you had to put a percentage, like, for me it's 80-20 in the favour of Krusty Q right now. Who do you vote to take this game, and what do you think the chances are?
I think chances are probably 75 or 65 to Krusty Q.
Oh, there's just...
I still feel like they can probably make mistakes here.
Well, here comes Ghost Use out of Nasus.
You see a Ghost and Wither come out. I still feel like, I mean, it's not like they're down and out. They still have a 6-3 Ashe. They have a semi-fed Akshan, someone who has items. The only issue is that this Kai'Sa has 3 items completed plus a stopwatch, and if any of these squishy targets get caught out, Kai'Sa will just ult in and burst everyone.
We do see Hook going wide there, but we did see the Nasus actually get dropped, just overstayed, got collapsed on.
Siver's pushing top there, Ashe is moving to contain.
It looks like CC
Kai'Sa is waiting on the sidelines here with their W.
Objectives, but just aren't able to find anything, as I'm really glad that Hook never landed. That would have been a very big mistake there from all of us. You do not want to be engaging on this rel, as Blitzcrank does have Hook available. Here comes the objective that they're trying to force down, as mid lane turret is going to get picked up there by the Ziggs. Enchanted Crystal Arrow is flying across the map. Here comes the TP as well onto the backside. That's going to be the Ziggs joining the fight.
Let's hit.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow is going to hit. Benboy is going to get knocked up. They are going to Zonya's away.
Oh, Zonya comes out.
Oh no, Hook missed.
But the Hook.
They're not going to get anything. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That is so many things committed, and Krusty Q just get out for free. That is importantly the flash off of Kai'Sa.
I mean, they can even continue to siege as well.
Do indeed. They don't have... No, this is going to be engaged here, possibly from the Rel. They're going to go forward. That is a large amount of damage, but Rel's just going to be underneath the tower, but Benboy should be able to clean this one up. It's just going to be the death of the Blitzcrank.
Yep.
And nothing going into the back pocket of CBS. As during the meantime, Nasus is going to try and run down this Ashe, or just wither her and just take turret right in front of her face, because she can no longer do anything. There is going to be another whip coming up soon. It's going to be up now. They are just going to put that down onto the Ashe, maybe.
Just looking to get as much stacks as possible.
It's going to be a very dead Nasus. They're going to get dropped.
There we go.
Dragon is up in 30 seconds. The Nasus will be up and will have their TP for it, but it does mean that CBS can actually get into a position.
Kai'Sa doesn't have stopwatch anymore.
She does not.
Plus, she doesn't have ult.
Flash. Flash was also gone in that fight, so she's more vulnerable now than ever.
Yeah.
But the CC here from CBS definitely does need to land, as I'm just going to swap it over. Just see if anyone gets spotted.
Does Ashe have arrow?
Ashe does indeed have arrow. It's going to be the stun coming out from the rail that is going to land onto Inzorni Wharf. That is going to be half their health gone, courtesy of that Void Seeker. Another one is going to come out. That is going to be nearly all of their health bar. Here comes the remaining one. It's going to hit onto Leo. They're now down to half health. This Kaiser is a massive problem. And I think that CBS are just going to have to give this one up. There's a nice Vatship bomb comes out, but TP is going to come out. And that will dissuade CBS from contesting that, as Lipsycat, I don't think you want to be in that position. They do have their flash available, they're just going to use that over the wall. There are going to be 2 hooks here, but Nasus is going to be frontlining for it, and honestly, Krusty Crew could just make a beeline for this Baron. I don't think they've got the soul, they've got everything they possibly need, they're in control of this game. CBS's comp can't actually walk in and face check just because the Nasus... not the Nasus, sorry, the Blitzcrank as well as the Nautilus are far too squishy, but they are going to walk in here. There's going to be another big chunk onto Little Sparrow.
Wow. Here comes again. Here he comes again.
I'm so sad that Kaiser, AP Kaiser, has become meta again, as it's half health on the Nasus at the very least, but there's going to be engaged here onto Inzorni Wharf. They're going to get caught out by the rail and they're going to get absolutely bursted. Goodbye. Assault is going to hit onto Kaiser. That isn't going to actually amount to anything. Nasus is here on the side. It looks like the team is going to collapse on them as he's actually going to go in. He's going to get pulled away. Goodbye Nasus, you are gone. The Void Seeker is going to go out and is going to miss. Baron here at 3,000, 2,000, 1,000 and is gone. Rel is going to take that one. Rel can actually look to engage. This is not the hook that you want. And that is going to be 2 kills going over. Get blocked. Void Seeker's going to miss. Another double kill over for Benboy, who's 17-0-1 here on this Kaiser in this crucial game 3. So, what's your opinion on these compositions?
Well, I think you're right. It's like they need like at least 2 members to follow up on any of those hooks, and like if the rest of Krusty Crew are there and if they don't hook the right target, which they probably will not, then they're pretty much just dead. I mean, Kaiser's been hiding really far back, just throwing out those W's, only really popping in when necessary.
I think even though you have the Nautilus hook, I think the one thing that would have been really good is you put this Nautilus into the support position, get rid of the Blitzcrank completely, and then you just take something like an Ornn Jungle. We know they can play it, they've played it before, and if you really want to play this split pusher in the Akshan, you can still take it, but it just means that you have this kind of long-range engage that isn't dependent on a skill shot. You can always have threat onto any of the members that you want. I just really value Ornn in this tournament.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah. Definitely.
But it looks like Krusty Crew are actually going to go ahead and run down the mid lane. That is going to be... are they going to...
Kaiser's going to ult here.
Maybe look for it. Rel is just going to run forward. There is going to be the hook going wide, but that's going to be the other hook landing on to Rel as goodbye, Nautilus. You are gone. Could be a hook landing onto the Rel again. They're going to get pushed in, but Rel's... the caster's just going to be able to go on the side lane there, take out the Ziggs. Could be another W landing. There goes half your health, Little Sparrow. Here comes the other W, but that one is going to go wide. And 2 for 1 there in the mid lane. Middle inhibitor is going to go down, and things are looking incredibly grim here for the side of CBS. As bot lane turret is going to get pushed in.
Do we get a stack check
We
on
can
Nasus?
indeed. Whoop, wrong one. 309.
309, still kind of bad. But hey, that doesn't really matter.
You've got nearly 20 kills on your Kaiser. At this stage, it is not going to matter.
Exactly. Those are all the stacks you need.
As Krusty Crew are just going to walk out of the base. CBS here. Not much they can do apart from turtle and surrender the rest of the map and just hope that Krusty Crew make a mistake.
I mean, they got 2 inhibs, so they kind of get free farm. They can maybe get a 3rd item on the Ziggs, maybe a 3rd item on the Ash.
The problem is if they're free farming, it just frees up the Kaiser to be able to keep firing off these Void Seekers at them into the base. And
they just gotta dodge them.
exactly, just dodge. As
just dodge them.
is actually going to come through the portal here.
I think they know, but I don't know if they can do anything about it.
I don't know if
really.
they do know, because all it's going to take is Rel to engage once and then just have a Void Seeker come from downtown.
Yeah. Or Kaiser hitting a W.
But they are just going to get
He's
spotted
gonna pop out sooner or later.
as the rest of
Here it
Krusty
comes.
Crew are going to come
Misses.
through here on the top side. Sivarol is used. That's a nice spell shield there to drop the Blitzcrank hook. They're going to be engaged here from the roll. They're going to crash in. Goodbye, little Sparrow. You are gone.
Wow.
Bedboy into the back line. Now going to Zonya's. The deck charge.
Zanya's does
Timber
go out, but
Boomerangs are ripping through absolutely everyone. And it looks like that is going to be game. They should be able to close this one out. They do have a mid-wave turret. The only defending members are the top and the mid. It is down to Lipsycat and Yasuo to see if they can make sure that the unbeaten streak of CBS can stay alive. But it does not look likely. Disraeli's going to go in with the crash land. He's going to try and land the CC onto Yasuo, but the top lane turret, or the two turrets are getting taken. Flash from Bedboy. That is going to be his 22nd kill of the game. And that is going to be 2-1 in favour of Krusty Crew.
Krusty Crew.
And what a game 3 that was. What a performance from them. So. Wait. That's the one I want. Oh, why isn't that coming up?
Interview?
I can't get the post-game thing. I had it last game. That makes me incredibly sad.
Well, that is game. A hard-fought series. Game 1 was a bit of a draft diff. Game 2, CBS kind of showed what they were worth, and then Game 3, Kaiser was just able to roam, pick up some kills, and snowball from there.
Was indeed. Was indeed. Just going to see if we can get anyone pulled in for an interview. And, yeah, let's see what actually goes on. 2-1 victory over to the side of Krusty Crew. That is going to get rid of...
Cancels and Benboy.
Who is it, sorry?
Cancels and Benboy.
They can hop in whenever they're ready. But yeah, it's that 2-1 victory. That is going to end CBS's undefeated streak here in the tournament.
Oh yeah. Hey, we never chose the MVPs.
We didn't.
For each game.
We did not. So game 1,
Game 1, Benboy.
game 2, Yasuo, game 3, Benboy.
Yeah,
I think it's quite clear cut.
quite clear.
And we do have
Hello.
Benboy and Cancels here. This is the mid as well as the AD carry for Krusty Crew. Congratulations on your 2-1 victory. Yeah, give us your initial thoughts after the game. How you feeling?
I guess Benboy is a better Kai'Sa than me.
To be fair, Kai'Sa mid or like AP Kai'Sa right now is just like disgusting. I'm so sad this champion's back in meta.
Those W's were nasty.
I have to give credit for like the mid Kai'Sa to my jungler. He's the one that recommended me trying it. And it has been working amazing. It's so good to play. It feels amazing. Deals a shit ton of damage, good roam potential. It's like, for me, the best champion right now on mid, to be honest.
It's definitely looking strong. And yeah, 24 KDA in that game, 22-0-2. Might be the highest KDA game that we've seen in the Sunday Cup so far. Across like all the games that we've played from Split 1 and the tournament. So congratulations on that one. Give an MVP to you as well for that game 3. Zed, do you have any questions for our lovely winners?
Yeah. Well, since you guys just beat CBS, you are locked in for the grand final, and you have to play against either CBS or Los Taboris in the lower bracket. Whoever wins there. Who would you be more scared to face? Or you can do the inverse. Want to face. It's up to you.
I think every single one of us wants to play against Los Boris again. Like we've seen them, we played against them quite sometimes in scrims before, like a lot of scrim games that we did in one session. And although we did quite well, we think they actually looked so good in those scrims, and we were like, we don't get how they aren't a higher tier team.
Bit of a vitality situation.
Yeah, exactly. But they were actually good instead of vitality. So, yeah, I'm happy to see that they do so great. And I hope that we see them in finals.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I
Is it?
was just going to say, overall thoughts on the series. What do you guys think you did well? What do you think you could improve on? What's your initial thoughts, just sort of like coming fresh off of those games? What do you think you could sort of like look to improve on, or what do you think went well?
Game 1 was just it's like a bit of a honeymoon. Everything goes well. I think we are really happy with how that went. Game 2 was a bit of a midlife crisis. We did some weird decisions that after the play we just thought, okay, this wasn't at all what we wanted. This wasn't what we intended to do anyway, but it just went wrong in the play itself. Some just miscommunications everywhere. And just, I think, a little bit how the game state was overall was just not how we should have played. I think if we did make it a bit cleaner, game 2 was also still should be a win, but it just we let it go. And in game 3, some points was a bit rough, but I think overall it was fairly good over the map.
Yeah, fair enough. So the this locks you for grand finals, and obviously you'll be playing either Lost to Boris or CBS. What do you think the outcome of that game is going to be? If you had to give a prediction right now, because you've played both of those teams, so if you had to give a prediction on the score and who you would end up seeing in finals, who do you think it would be?
I'm gonna let Ben Boy talk.
Yeah, so my predictions for that's going to be a 2-1 series in the favor of Boar. At the point that we played Boar, I feel like they were less good than CBS, but seeing how they have played and improved since then, and especially seeing their entire run to the lower bracket, especially the games were supportive, I feel like they will take the win over CBS.
Fair enough. That about wraps up my questions. Zed, do you have anything else you want to follow up with?
No, I think that's it for me as well.
Cool. Yeah, congratulations on your victory, guys. MVP of the series obviously goes over to Ben Boy, especially with that last game 3 performance. Incredibly well played by you. And yeah, the next series is going to be that CBS Boris game that I previously mentioned. Winner of that will go to grand finals, now facing the Krusty Crew, who are locked. So congratulations to you guys. And for everyone else watching on the stream, I hope to see you in the next one. And looking forward to the finals of the losers bracket. So thank you everyone for watching, and I will see everyone in the next one.